All right. Hello, boys, girls, and bees. How's everyone doing this evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world? I hope you're having a good one. We got a couple quick light news, Monday drama topics to cover here, as usual on this internet drama news station. Yes, this is a radio station. This is not a YouTube channel. It's on youtube.com, but, 93 point drama, okay? Couldn't be a good stream without talking about our favorite, Ethan Klein. I hope this is the last time I have to talk about him. But he, he attacked Frogan once again. In fact, he actually had to make a whole stream about him, or about her. And as a result, Frogan's getting endlessly harassed. Also, Frogan is getting doubly harassed in this moment because of Tectone, who got banned for 2 weeks for what he says is simply calling Frogan a fat piece of... So, there's that. We're going to get into that. There's the video, so we'll get into that. It's going to be, like I said, light news, quick, easy going day. We might start off watching this. Atozy put out a video on the Jack Doherty chain situation, which blew up into a much bigger situation than I thought it would be. And we're going to get into that. I think there's more to cover than just what I mentioned here with the chain. So we'll get into that. I think there's some good points there. Atozy makes good videos. And this tweet here. So mainly we're on the Ethan Klein Frogan drama, but let's take a step back here. Let's make this a nice and easy going one at first. Let's kind of ease into it. So, a channel favorite, my favorite lol cow, my favorite rent payer, Jack Doherty. Yes, I did pay my rent 1 month because of a Jack Doherty video. So
Jack Doherty just found out why you should never wear a $300,000 chain, as he was just robbed, as it seems like no one cares, which is actually kind of shocking, because when a creator this size gets robbed, especially for the amount he was robbed for, I would expect to see a lot more coverage of this, and maybe some sympathy towards him, but instead, most people are just dropping the Michael Jordan kissing his champion trophy gifts. So, Jack Doherty really needs to be studied on how unlikable he is, because very few people get robbed and then have the entire internet celebrating. But to make things extremely clear, I am in no way happy to see this, nor do I want to see this happen to anyone. It should be very obvious that no one wants to live in a society where people get robbed. Although, there are plenty of things that Jack could have done here to avoid being a target, like not wearing $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck in Los Angeles, a city where, seemingly a new jewelry store is broken into every week at this point. But I mean, even considering...
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. I think one of the main things here to recognize is that, when I first heard that right now, I was thinking, what's so weird about that? There's a lot of people in LA walking around wearing chains like that, right? But where the issue comes in is that it's specifically Jack Doherty. This guy's like a lol cow. Sorry about I have a cough drop in my throat, my mouth. I'm gonna try to crunch it up. All right, we're back. So that did not help me any. Jack Doherty has famously made himself look terrible in real life, but also on the internet, just by his actions. He goes around the street and lol cows with people and thinks they're gonna... I don't think he thinks they're gonna respond nicely to him. I think he knows that the actions he takes are gonna get him shit on. But then he yet comes to the internet and he's like, what the fuck? Why am I getting jumped wearing a chain or whatever? It's like, I wonder.
The location, I don't think it's ever smart to put the value of a small family house around your neck. So what happened? Well, Jack was in LA, and the only thing I knew that Jack did was he went to a no jumper interview, and then the day after he decided to extend his stay in LA, and then he went to Rodeo Drive to, I guess, shop. And this...
By the way, this might be a hot take. I could see some people eating me up for this, but I'm saying it anyway. Being on the No Jumper podcast is not really a, for lack of better terminology, not really a slay. Not really a moment to be proud of, to put it in heteronormative terms. It is something that will probably get you even more harassment if you're Jack Doherty. So, yeah, not a good look there for him. I don't know why he's like making himself look worse.
This is where the disaster struck him.
Guys, I just got robbed. I just got robbed on Rodeo Drive. 4 armed guys hopped out of their car, ripped both my...
Okay, by the way, I should make this part abundantly clear. I am by no means, like, hyping up somebody getting robbed or, you know, attacked or whatever it is in this circumstance. Obviously, I think that's wrong. I think it's screwed up. I don't think anyone should do it to anyone for any circumstance. I'm just showing you an example here of someone who has, you know, kind of, I don't want to say earned their way to it, but he kind of has. If you talk to a normal person, they're going to tell you this dude's been a total clown on the internet, and he's, you know, doing the things he does, he's going to get chewed up. So I'll just say that be normal on the internet, be nice to people. Don't be a lol cow, because this is what can happen.
Chains off my neck.
I mean, this situation is already very similar to the McLaren incident, because as soon as the disaster happens, he instantly goes live. He goes live before he even notifies his family.
I think that was a setup, bro. That was a setup. So how many people?
Okay, sorry to keep pausing. I'm being paused and obby here, but can someone tell me why this dude who has a gabillion dollars, well, claims to have gabillion dollars, also simultaneously has the worst sounding audio? I don't want to see it in my comments like, bro, you got to turn the audio up. No, this is his own audio. His audio is really bad. Like, it is embarrassingly bad. All you have to do, I literally have the microphone for audio. It literally costs you $180. The one that most people have, I should say, like the little square cube one. I think there's some that are like $250 out there. Whatever. It's not a fortune to have that mic. Like, there's TikTokers who have $10 that have a mic that sounds better than this. So, Jack, get your shit together.
Can we just hold off on this because we got some more.
Dave, I don't even know what the happened. Like, help me talk, bro. I'm in shock. Nah, they're with me.
The poor police are stuck in this job.
Sir, they're with me.
Okay.
It was 4 males. I assume it was 4 males. One stayed in the car.
No! Hey, yo! Holy cow. I'm just saying it off rip. If I see Jack Doherty in public, I'm gonna keep walking. I'm not from LA. I don't live in LA. But if I went out to LA and saw him, I am walking like I have horse blinders on. I'm like, I don't see anybody. What? There's no way you will find me trying to take a selfie. Oh, God. Imagine his girlfriend. This dude's girlfriend knows. Oh, God. Dude, that's an even sadder story. All right, chat, riddle me this. I'm going to be a little mean here for a second. Riddle me this. If you're a woman and your man stops and takes a photo with Jack Doherty, assuming you know who Jack Doherty is. Assuming you know who Jack Doherty is, what are your next steps? What are you telling your dude who's taking a picture with Jack Doherty? Are you breaking things off? Are you telling your partner what a sad state of the world Jack Doherty is? Or what are you doing? What are you doing there, huh? She seems happy. She's like, fuck yeah. This guy found a cool dude in the street. My assumption here is she has no idea. I'm just going to wildly guess she has no idea who Jack Doherty is, but they probably talked about it after this interaction. But, like, to take a selfie with Jack Doherty, please, please. This is not good for you. You should not post this. No.
I I mean, even after he's robbed, he's taking pictures with people. I mean, dude's probably having the worst day of his life, but still forcing a smile for a photo.
It was 2 diamond chains, like $300,000.
They touch you?
Yes. Bleeding.
You need fire? Alright, just make sure nobody else touches you. You have prime.
What's up, Chris? Thanks for hopping in. Intelligence, being able to do more with little money, incompetent, nearby single-digit IQ, jackals fail to produce quality art despite throwing money at it. I know. And it's... I think Jack Doherty's IQ has dropped throughout the course of his time on the internet. Like, I honestly, this was my... Okay, one of my first impressions of Jack Doherty... I'm being a little mean tonight, I know, but I don't feel bad because it's Jack Doherty. But the first time I ever reacted to Jack Doherty on this channel, I don't know why, but like one of the first things that entered my mind was not like, oh, he's a clown. He's like, no, none of that. The first thing that was in my mind was, I think Jack Doherty's gonna just go broke one day. I don't know why. I think it was like my first sight on him was like him with all these cars and this big house, and him like talking about OnlyFans or something to that effect that I saw by proxy. I didn't even remember, but I was like, this guy's gonna go broke one day. And then I moved on. I don't know if that's like the normal reaction to have, but it's wild he thinks cops can get his chain. I know. Okay. Yeah, like, buddy. You and the cop are standing in the same spot. Like, this cop is not running to go get your chain, buddy. Like, this reminds me of my own dumb mistake where, like, I watched a package get stolen from my patio. And then, like, 20 minutes later, I called the cops and I was like, okay, a package got stolen. And they literally were like, what do you want us to do about it? And I was like, kind of based. You're kind of based. I don't know. And he's like, well, I could just drive over there and see if we catch him if you have a picture of him. So I sent him a picture of the dude because I had a picture. I had my security camera on him. I've got like multiple security cameras around my house. So that if anyone does anything, then, you know, I got him. And the cop went and drove around and he's like, I found nothing but the box that he took it out of. And then I was like, okay, you can just dispose of that box. And he was like, okay, have a good day. And he went on with his life. Like, I imagine that's one and the same here. Like, except the problem is Jack Doherty doesn't have a picture of him. So that's even one step removed from where I was at. So what is the cop going to do? Just, you know, be faster than a same bolt and just cook it and get the chain? What's going to happen here?
I left them out of sloppy. What's the value of that thing?
One was 100K, one was 200K.
His audio is so bad.
I mean, 300.
Dude, it's like even worse than phone audio. I did a freaking phone stream yesterday, day before, whatever the heck that was, and my audio sounded better than that. Like, it literally sounds like someone has a mic, has their finger over his, like, audio thing on his phone, and is like, here, try talking through this. Or it sounds like someone's holding his phone underwater and then being like, here, let me zip it in a bag and put some water in this bag, and then we'll film you. Like, it sounds like that. It's so bad. Exactly. Yeah. Especially, dude, in general, cops don't do anything. They do nothing. They do nothing, literally.
$1,000 just to go shopping? Why are you...
Well, they're experts at targeting, you know, people of color and minorities. That they do very frequently. For most of the time, no reason, but they love. That's a very favorite pastime of police. But other than that, they don't do anything. They just tell you that, nope, we can't help you. Sorry, move on. What? Oh, you know, someone tried to harass you. Someone abused you. Move on. They do nothing.
peacocking like that? Why do you feel the need to do that? Like, I can somewhat understand the expensive watch for the right place and the right time, but I don't think it's ever a good idea to be roaming around LA with a 6-figure watch and a $300,000 diamond necklace. That's just terrible situational awareness. Bank robbers, on average, they get away with about 5.
Dude, allergies are hitting a Tozy hard. Either that or bro is high. Am I tripping? I watch a Tozy videos. Does he not look high off his ass, or is he like facing massive allergies? Because I get eye allergies in the spring, but I don't know if it's maybe like his haircut. I don't mean to like go for looks or whatever. I don't mean to do that. I love this creator. This is like a creator me and my like a couple of my like normie friends will like bond over. Like they don't really watch much, but we'll be like talking about stuff, and they're like, "Well, I do watch this one guy, a Tozy," and it's like our thing we bond over. And it's like, I love this creator. He's like one of my favorites. But goddamn, bro.
Diamond necklace. That's just terrible situational awareness. Bank robbers, on average, they get away with about $5,000, which I was actually surprised of that stat. I thought it would be way larger than that. But you have guys risking that much for $5,000, and you know for sure a bank is way harder to rob than Jack Doherty here on Rodeo Drive. Because let's be real, the only thing defending Jack here is an out-of-shape bodyguard, because the last bodyguard he had got him into legal trouble. So I guess he got a new one, and this new one is probably already fed up with it, because who wouldn't be? Also, let's be real, I don't think he signed up for that. He signed up to defend Jack when he eggs someone on the street or something like that, and then, you know, has to...
Oh, I just realized my own audio from like the background music that I have playing is currently playing. I'm just gonna full swing cancel my own background music. I know people like it. I know, but I'm gonna have to do it because this video also has music in it. So, all right, there it goes. Audio's gonna sound way better now. All right, here we go. It won't sound like a jumbled thing.
Back them off.
There we go.
Some TikTok person harassing him. That's essentially what I would assume they sign up for. Not 4 armed gunmen blitzkrieging Jack. I feel like that's a little bit much for one bodyguard who's not even armed to handle. So overall, just terrible risk assessment on Jack Doherty here.
Oh my god, I cannot bear another one of these clips. I have to give credit here to Tozy for blurring the party.com/Jack Doherty thing right here. Such a good move.
Hey, let that happen.
So here he's kind of blaming his security guard. He's like, why would you let that happen?
Dude, he's so high.
Tozy
is so high.
Apparently he tackled one, but there's 3 others with guns. Like, dude, you broadcasted one large game of capture the flag with $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck as a reward to any criminal in LA, and you live stream your current location. Then on top of that, they can clearly see that you only have one bodyguard here. And again, I never want to see anyone get robbed, but this is just ridiculously reckless on his part. And then on top of that, I wouldn't be surprised if the dudes who robbed him get less time than Vitaly in the Philippines when their crimes aren't even comparable. But he starts explaining what happens here.
It happened right there.
And what, you ran?
Yo! Wait!
What happened?
Yo!
And what, you ran?
What the fuck? Hey, yo! Hold up. Well, yeah, he still has more sense than that. Kind of had it coming. Hey, yo! What's good with this? Huh? Is his hand in his pocket, or is it grabbing something there? Yo! I'm going to be eyes on that hand. This is left hand. Is he going to be shaking some hands after that? What's happening here?
And what, you ran?
Yeah, give us a play-by-play.
What happened? Yeah.
Bro, that was
Ew.
the setup for sure, bro. It's too perfect. I walk out and they're right there, bro. Like, they walk out and they immediately hop out their car. Like, they all 3 or 4 of them just tackling me to the ground.
You know what is kind of amazing? This is not to defend Jack Doherty by any metric, but, like, what is up with being out in public and, like, seeing all these signs that are, like, cameras monitoring, but the cameras that are, like, it almost feels like the people who do this kind of thing know where there's not cameras monitoring, Or, like, it's really surprising to me how many places actually still don't have cameras in front of their shop. Like, don't you think if you're spending any amount of time at your shop in a public area where, like, anything can happen, or, like, there's, like, you know, a lot of foot traffic, you'd want a camera in front of your shop? And then, even then, when they have surveillance, like, the modern day surveillance somehow is still, like, less than that of, like, a Game Boy camera quality. And I'm just like, phones, like, you could literally just station a phone up there like this, and it would have better quality than, like, I don't know, the freaking, like, $1 billion security camera that somehow, like, doesn't ever capture anything in, like, good quality. So by the time you, like, zoom in to see who the person is or see said thing, you, like, can't even tell anymore. It's like, how are we still here? We have AI. We have AI to tell people what they should wear, what they should eat, how they should write a sentence, how they should make a thumbnail, how they should operate, whatever it is. But we can't get good security cameras. And this is not to defend Jack Doherty, but I'm just like, this strikes me as one of those situations where it'd be like, cool, check the security cameras. If we see him again, we will, you know, do something about it. Or we'll be on the lookout for this said individual. It's like, it is like amazing to me. I'm like, can we just feel some sense of safety here? Like, what's happening?
I don't even know what happened. What even happened? Like, I didn't even see what happened. It all happened so fast. Did they just pin me against the wall?
Can I speak to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna separate you from everyone just so I can get your information and everything. I understand.
That is a complete nightmare scenario. But apparently, he didn't remember what the people robbed him looked like. How would you not be able to remember what they look like? Okay, so I guess everyone's trauma responses or just like fear responses work differently. I had a scary moment where I was in a CVS and it got robbed. They had guns. I was there with my family, and I was like only probably 4 feet away from one of the robbers at the time. And I saw behind the robber was my family. So I just kind of froze up and slowly started walking because he clearly was not there to rob people. He was just trying to get whatever he can get from the CVS. So I just kind of walked, grabbed my family, and I've been to the store plenty of times, so I knew where the back door was. So we just walked into the back door, and then I closed the back door, and then I stood behind that metal door, and then we called 911.
Smart.
But I can also list from head to toe exactly what that person was wearing, his height, yeah, everything about that person.
Is that a trauma response? Maybe it's like something so traumatic happens that it just like becomes a blur. Maybe he's right. I don't know. I feel like if that happened to me, and maybe he's right, maybe it is a trauma response, but I feel like I would remember that. Maybe some people don't, so I don't know. I guess respect however people respond to that kind of thing, but
so not to randomly trauma dump on you guys. Not that it actually was trauma. Obviously, it was scary at the time, but thankfully, nothing happened. So, it was nothing really to worry about. Damn, okay. Well, that just reminded me of that. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
All of them were they all from the same clinic? Or is there one that you remember like vividly? It's okay if you don't remember all of them.
I don't really remember it. It all happened so fast.
But you just remember their exact clothing.
I'm also like another really amazing part about this. Okay, if you like a couple things, I don't know if these people back here were like a part of it, and that's why this officer's here. Is he like maybe chatting with them because they were bystanders, or did Jack Doherty just have no bystanders? Like, I'm imagining, like, I don't suspect this is everybody, but Jack Doherty, I'm imagining that some normie person or whoever was just like walking the street, having a good old day, whatever, and they saw this said event happen. Wouldn't they like stop with him and be like, "Are you okay?" and like be with him till the cops came? Or like, do you think people saw this happen and just kept walking, or are these the people right here? Or are we going to find that out?
So after the questioning, he continues where he left off by telling the story.
Dude, he was chasing me around the road trying to get my watch off. That's insane. Yeah, it's like, and I don't know which way to go, bro. Because if I go too far away, he's going to just get me alone, and I have a broken collarbone.
Is that like a new girlfriend that he's with already? That girl looks sad.
I can't even fight this guy. And, bro, I just didn't want to lose my wrist.
She looks so fucking miserable, dog. I'm like... Wait, is someone already commenting? What's happening here? Oh, no. Someone was commenting. Okay. I thought someone was commenting on my stream. Like, in the comments section already. Just said I got a new comment on my new upload. I was like, what?
I lost both my chains, bro. It's so sad.
I am surprised he was not worried about his life here or his girl's life, as they were just charged by 4 armed gunmen. Like, come on, screw the materialistic crap. That's replaceable. Why are you worried about that?
They said Timu McKinley set you up, bro. They got the job from her.
Girl's already being called Timu McKinley. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Oh, that poor girl.
Is that true?
I looked suspected that at first.
That was my feed.
I took her phone, I checked it. I said, yo, I had to. I was like, what the I'm sorry.
Timu McKinley is so misogynistic. God. 8 how is talking like an OG thug yet crying about getting a taste of the streets of LA. I know.
I don't know. 300K is 300K. You never know.
Should have been 580.
What?
It should have been like 480 with the Witcher.
Bro, he was chasing her around. I was not letting it go. He had a gun to me, and I was like, nah. I'm taking this watch. I'll die for this. I should have gotten insurance. What was I doing? I gotta calm down. The cops are gonna think I'm crazy.
Well, now that I see the clip here, he's like, yeah, I need my watch. Hell yeah. Like, I don't care about my life. I don't care about my girl's life. I don't care about anybody's life. Just my watch. Hell yeah. He's a materialistic piece of shit.
Anyone with a $300,000 house would have it insured. I don't know what he was thinking with having $300,000 worth of jewelry not insured. And I was interested in seeing what that would cost. And that would apparently be anywhere from $300 to $600 a month to insure it, as the industry standard for jewelry like that would be between 1 and 2% of the assessed value of the jewelry. And the 1 to 2% is for the annual cost. But obviously, he continues to marinate in what happened.
Can this all be over now? Like, for real, what is happening?
Bro, you did ask, like...
Cheesecake Factory set me up. I'm suing. He's allowing everything. Hey, can I sue for this or no? Who can I sue for this?
Yeah, the only people he could sue here would probably be the robbers. That's about it.
You ain't got to go to extra. I actually live here. I'm not a fake street looker. So you ain't
All right, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Hey, pal.
Caught.
Hey, pal. Hey,
You.
my daddy,
Got caught.
You.
my daddy owns this street, pal. Yeah, keep walking.
Okay, dude. Jack has really made it an art form to just come up with the least likable thing to say at all times.
Wait. What do you think happened, man? So I lost my neck aura. It's all gone. 300 grand down the drain. This is worse than McLaren crash.
Well, I mean, here he didn't endanger other people's lives. He just lost a diamond
Hey,
necklace.
Tozy,
but I
please.
guess he
Please mention the bad audio, please.
feels that way because the McLaren incident, that was in his hands, while here he had zero control, other than choosing to wear $300,000 worth of diamonds that day. But he finally gave us the full story without being interrupted here.
Yeah, tell us what happened. So when you went to
Bro,
the
I'm like
ground...
pinned up against the wall, me and
Oh my god.
I
If
get
had to
pinned up
hear
against
this
the wall like
story.
this, and I see my chains right there in this guy's hand. And I'm being pushed like this, some other guy's going at my watch, and I'm like trying to fight him off. And then
So 4 dudes, they pushed you against the wall like instantly and just one took your chain.
somehow, like,
One's holding you.
like we're all here, like 5 of us were right here, or 6 of us were right here, me, Dave, Christy, and the 4 guys. And then next thing I know, Dave and 2 of the guys are there, and then one of the guys chasing me around the street trying to get my watch off.
You went fully across the street.
And then the other guy's like, nah, we got the chains. And then the other guy stopped chasing me. Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty's cooked, all right?
I mean, thankfully no one got hurt, as this is, again, a nightmare situation for anyone. But he calls his dad finally, and his dad states the obvious.
Did you run all the way across the street?
I ran there, then I was like, If I go there, it's just me and him. So I was like, I have to come back.
And then what his boy said, oh, we got to change the
Yeah,
right. He turned around and
yelled and they hopped in the car.
Yeah, hopefully that's a tough lesson. I mean, you can't advertise all your money, all your jewelry. You gotta stop that. I would, make it felt like it's costing all the safety costs.
All right, Dad, I'm live right now, Dad. Like, we're not doing this.
Why do I kind of weirdly want to know where this is at? Is that weird? Lot agents. Can we do a little side task here? Lot agents. Okay. Lot agents, Los Angeles. The street. Yeah, I want to know like what his also Jack Doherty's video quality is like Atozy has condensed the quality to this already. So by making his video smaller, Jack Doherty's video quality should get more crispy, but it's still terrible quality. I don't know how Jack Doherty gets this bad quality. Probably East Hollywood, Pasadena, Eagle Rock. Hang on.
I don't know that.
Hang on. Is this it right here? This is where he's at. Got scared. I thought I was going to dox myself. Remember the last time I opened up Google Maps, I like accidentally doxed myself at my old place. Oh, that was really scary. This is where he's at. So you zoom out. He's near Beverly Hills. West Hollywood. WeHo. He's near WeHo. Damn. Interesting. You are not far off. You had a good guess.
At least his dad tried to share some common sense with him. And his dad isn't the only one. Even his friend was trying to tell him this before the robbery actually happened.
But it didn't even break the seal, did it? Like even close?
Nah, but the change was like instant. Like,
Yeah, I'm not going to support the Timu McKinley comment, but goddamn. Why does this girl look similar to McKinley? Why is she already making appearances in videos?
because he just got
It came off just right away.
It almost took me to the ground with him, bro. He took it off.
If you were in your hoodie too, they would have never even seen them shits. Michael literally said, "Tuck your chains," as we we're getting in the Range Rover.
Well, right after it happened.
Is that his ex? Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of new to Jack Doherty lore, so as far as I know, it's a new girlfriend. If you're talking about ex McKinley, here. I'll do this because I'm aware that once I post this, there's going to be other people asking this too. So, McKinley, Jack Doherty girlfriend. Okay, this is who McKinley was. She was like famously in all his content, all his videos. This is who she was. She was in like majority of his videos. Yeah, this is who McKinley was. And now, I feel like I need to like zoom in on a picture. Oh no, it's gonna play some video with some audio. That's gonna get me clapped. Okay, there's a better picture of her right here on the right side. Now, let's go back over to this video where you see her. This is not McKinley. This is his new girlfriend. I don't even know her name. But why does she look like McKinley?
Yeah.
If you were in your hoodie too, they would have never even seen them shits. Michael literally said, "Tuck your chains," as we we're getting in the Range Rover.
Well, right after it happened.
And then he reconfirmed the chains were not insured.
Robert's probably watching a stream right now.
Yeah, what do you have to say to him?
When you have them insured, now
Then finally, they got the bodyguard to share his perspective.
They pulled up. I heard the tires screeching. I was standing right here. I heard the tires screeching. I looked to my left and I see everybody hop out. And I tried to beat them to you. And I just remember tackling one guy, and the guy you were talking about, I had him with my left hand. And I seen the gun, and I had to hold up. I had to draw back.
What is this clip? What is happening here?
And they also managed to somehow get a little peek of the security cam footage, but it's hard to really make anything out of it as Jack's friend was filming.
What did I say earlier? What did I say earlier about security camera footage? What did I say? Before he's gonna get scapegoated. Yep. What did I say about security cam footage? Came right out of my mouth. I said it earlier. I'm right.
Off of the phone they were using to show the cops of the security footage.
Zoom in on my phone. You see him get out. Like, yeah, you can see some of it.
It's like literally Game Boy camera quality. Look at this. How are we living in this day and age? I told you my comment would foreshadow. I knew this. It's almost like I watched the video ahead of time. JK, I did not at all. I don't pre-watch ever. Unless I'm like making a video. But when I live stream, I don't. I'm not pre-watch piker. But look how bad that is. That's so bad.
You can see him hop out of the car and start running.
So, can't really see much here, but it definitely confirms it happened. If there's a lesson here, don't walk around with $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck, especially if it's not insured. But let's be real, there is no need to ever peacock like that. But TikTok, they're giving away $8 to $10 to everyone who joins the app for the next couple of days. If you already have an account, they're still giving.
Oh, yuck. That's desperate. TikTok, hello? What is happening here? TikTok is paying people to join? What timeline are we caught? I mean, I guess if you can find a money glitch with that one and just keep telling people to join. I hope the person who tells the people to join is making money. See, it's like a money glitch. You just keep making more money. God damn, dude. They're like, here, get brain rot. Get $8 for getting brain rot. There's a very good video, though. Jack Doherty found out why I didn't ever wear a $300,000 chain from our boy, Atozy. All right, next topic. Next topic. Bah, bah, bah. I think we're already ready for frickin'. All right, let's start it off like this. Ethan and Frogan drama. All right, here it is. I'm going to start it off light. So this Anthony Sargon person posted this about Frogan. I spent the weekend with Frogan and friends. She's amazing, and I'm very lucky to call her a friend. The harassment she endures is insane. Any photo I post with her got swarmed with hate. Ethan Klein is definitely responsible, I think he meant to say, for a lot of that hate. AB and Lena are cowards. Let's see, did AB respond to this? In a world of content, I find it hard to trust other creators. The issue wants something from you. This is not the case with Frogan, Raph, and Cap. They are genuine, incredibly sweet, and generous people. Did not leave me alone the entire weekend and drove me around the state. Spent a week I'll never forget these beautiful souls who have endured unjust bullshit for what feels like forever now. I will not say silent as Ethan throws more hate anyone's way. How did he get the Palestine flag in his thing? I want that. What the heck? I want that. This person immediately victim blaming. Actually, have you ever considered these may be the results of our own actions? Maybe saying things like veterans deserve and America deserved. I like how this person is pinning, like, these people who drama, like, farm or whatever. they're not good at it. Like, if you're going to do this, at least be good at it. These people are not good. They're just, like, pinning Hassan's age-old comment here about, you know, about the towers in 9/11 to Frogan now. So now Frogan is the one that's saying, they do no research. They just kind of like, you said this too. I found out other people I don't like said bad things. I don't like you, so you said it too. Like, come on. Aren't really things most people have a favorable look on? Oh my God, dude. On the Do Not Worry pod. So, that was the tweet about Frogan. I need to do better at looking at the freaking thing here. That was the tweet. I think I'm not looking at it because it's not centered. I need to center it. There it goes. Much easier to look at now. But there you go. There's a little, like, step outside of the internet, look at Frogan, right? Nice person. Someone who spent time with Frogan. And I don't even think that needs to be said, to be quite honest. I don't think we need someone on the internet to back that up. I think if you watch enough Frogan content, or if you know who Frogan is, you should be able to pick up on that Frogan is a very nice individual. I think I suspect there's going to be, you know, it's sad that I have to say this, but I suspect that me talking about this right now, there's going to be someone later on in the VOD outside of my own community that then says, oh, dude, you said Frogan's nice, but she said the you know, U.S. military deserves PTSD. That's what you're going to defend? It's like, holy shit, dude. She already apologized for that comment. She recognized that's not a good comment, and I am not backing that comment. Do I think human beings are going to say bad things and make mistakes and can still be a good person? Yes, especially if they own up to those mistakes. Be a charitable human being. Learn that humans make mistakes. Learn that people can apologize for their mistakes if they genuinely mean it, and give them a little room to grow. Okay? All right. It's a thing that Ethan Klein doesn't ever do in his life. All right. And then gets mad when other people don't give him any grace. But he doesn't give anyone grace. Let's see. So, Ethan titled his podcast, H3 Podcast, Dear Frogan, with peace and love. So I don't trust people who can't criticize our country, nor do I give energy to the opinions of Pentagon simps. Yeah. What? Oh, there was actually something I was going to show you. Speaking of that. Here, this is a good time to bring that up. A little ADHD tangent here, but here, this is a good time to show this. Biden was a class act. This was something that was said on the H3 podcast. The report, Biden officials admit they never pressured Israel for ceasefire as Israeli leaders boost playing God did stay. Anyway, here's the clip. Let's play it.
Hassan and a lot of people wish the Biden administration had done a lot more to push Netanyahu around instead of seemingly getting pushed around by him, which in my perception is like
Dan walking on eggshells again, which in my perception is like, say it, Dan. Say it.
Pretty much what's been happening, right?
Oh, he said it.
I don't know.
Ethan Klein's response to this. I don't know.
But like, I don't think there's
Ela going silent.
there's only so much influence they have over the Israeli government.
There's only so much influence, you know? Yeah, yep, Ethan Klein. This was in his, he said this is old. This is in his election stream. There's only so much influence they have, right? It's not like Nine watching. What's up, Jesse? How you doing? What is Nine watching? How's your evening going? Good to see you in here. What's Nine watching? Biden was a huge fuck up. He had one job, stop Trump. Yeah, I like this comment of Ethan's. There's not like that much influence. Well, the American government is single-handedly funding the genocide, but, you know, they only have so much influence to Ethan Klein. I like this edit here. Biden administration, again, bypass Congress for weapons sale to Israel. Here comes Israel passes his offense with his offensive in Gaza despite its increasing pressure from the United States to lower the conflict's intensity. U.S. uses loophole to keep 100 arms sales to Israel under radar on Gaza war report. Wait, Jesse, why did you say 9 watching? So what's happening here?
Biden was a class act. I'll tell you, when Trump was coming up.
Biden was a class act.
Welcomed him. He said, "Welcome home." You know, the guy's got class.
Yeah.
He's a presidential dude. He's spent his entire life in service to this country. Like, you know, people's efforts to smear him because he wasn't like anti-genocide enough is just.
Yuck. Oh, yuck. I kind of wish I didn't watch this. This is gross.
There's only so. He did a lot. He cared. He had his foot on the levers. You guys.
He had his foot on the levers. He cared. Yeah, he cared. He really did. He trust me, guys. He did care. He let the genocide happen. In fact, he actually funded it too. But he had his foot on the levers.
I don't understand that.
This is an incredible edit. This is a top tier edit, whoever made this. Gato Fumador. I'm starting to like this account. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of news on this Gato Fumador thing. Gary Conley resigns. Wait, what's happening here? What is this? So it's an Air BBC documentary stirring up the racial hatred again, called The Settlers. He is an anti-Semite. What is happening here? What's going on? U.S. has limited influence over the Israel government, but also Biden was in control of the levers. I know. That's incredible. The doc is pretty good. What's up, Moises? How you doing? Good to see you in here. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. The doc is pretty good. He just kind of lets the Zionists talk. They tell on themselves bad. Holy. What is it called? It's called The Settlers. Should I just look this up real quickly? So, is it out? Wait. So you saw it. Oh, this is old. Jeez, where the hell have I been? I feel like I've had my head up my ass now. Wait, what? Damn. All right. I'm going to have to look into that, see what's up with that. Shall we get back to track? Back to track here. All right. So Ethan Klein dedicated a podcast. I didn't know about it until recently. I think it's making the rounds again because people are insane. That's funny. It's funny how stuff like that will come back around. Like just content, videos, movies, all that. Like I made a video during lockdown talking about Jib Jab. And there's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if you were even one of those people. Maybe someone else as well, that maybe potentially Chris, maybe anyone else that's in my chat that has seen those videos comes back and like hangs out here. Like it's kind of a cool thing in a way, but sometimes like it can get out of hand. There's pros and cons to it, but in my case it's worked its ways to be pros, but in other cases it can be a massive con. Like one of my favorite ways this happens is like after Cody Ko got canceled, all these old clips from like ages ago just getting rehashed of disgusting things he has said. And everyone's like, just what we are waiting for.
About a frog again.
Froggy never did anything wrong. Froggy! Froggy!
That's just, well.
Okay.
That's true for Lena's opponent.
Yeah, funky frog bait is the good frog.
Yeah.
The frog kid.
This shit cracks me up.
So,
What happened to
Frogan
my
put out a
screen
response video to my...
God, Frogan!
What is this in response to?
It's in response to my response to Content Cop.
Okay.
Bait?
So she participated in an attack video against me.
Oh my God. So this, what you're watching right now is a react to a react of me reacting to said react.
And now she's responding to me defending myself against this unhinged attack video.
I mean, your response was primarily to Ian.
Absolutely, it was.
Okay.
I believe we barely even mentioned her.
I mean, certainly she was mentioned in the beginning when she was, yeah, but...
I said I was kind of trying to be nice. I was like, she's too dumb to even get mad at.
Yeah, not everybody.
Oh, that's so nice, Ethan. She's too dumb to get mad at. That's very nice. Most women actually, Ethan, you're right. Most women like being called dumb. You're right. You're right, Ethan. You're right. Good job. Good job, Ethan. That's sarcasm for anyone that doesn't pick up on sarcasm.
You would interpret that as being nice.
Sure. I mean, there's
calling someone
something
dumb.
unpacked there. I said,
Barely.
I did story.
Yeah.
I said, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I think you might be the dumbest person alive.
See, that doesn't... Like, I could see how somebody was maybe...
It's weird, right, guys? It's really weird that Frogan responded when Ethan said that about her. Weird. I can't figure this out. Ugh.
Not seeing that as,
I think
as being
listen,
nice.
if she took that the wrong way, that's on her.
this is like what Asmongold was
I'm
saying
like
about you.
Asmongold. I just think people need to be honest. This is not looking too good, but
I hope you get PTSD.
I mean, this is
15K
Frogan. Everybody
dislikes.
just
okay
dogging on.
What's up, Violet? How you doing? Good to see you in here. Appreciate you being here tonight. I think the Settlers is new, but there's one from... I gotta freaking talk about politics more on this channel. A lot of politics, frogs. It's a good thing. I'm here for it. I'm down if that's the case. But there's one 15, 20 years ago called Louis and the Ultra Zionists. God damn. I thought this was a politics channel. There was literally, like, when you hopped in here, there was, like, one moment that I was on this. And then I was, like, I think I might have been talking about Joe Biden. Like, if you ask Chris, okay, ask Chris about this. Chris is a community member that hangs out in here very frequently. But if you ask Chris, I actually do, like, I don't, like, okay, I'm not one of those, like, I'm going to completely avoid politics kind of creators. I'm going to talk about it, right? If the subject approaches itself and or if it fits into what I'm talking about, I'm going to approach it from my own stance on how much I know on political entities, political matter, things of that nature. But the main focus of this channel is, like, talking about, like, internet news and dumb drama, so that's why politics kind of, like, weasels its way into what I'm talking about, because, you know, there's a lot of horrific things happening on the internet these days. Internet is flooded to the brim with a lot of right-wing commentary, a lot of, like, anti-Semitism. It's flooded to the brim with, you know, you name it. Your internet's effing. Oh, don't worry about it. Violet, honestly, I'm used to it. There's, like, quite a bit of chatters that will, like, come in here late and, like, go back and catch up. Like, it's a very regular thing that happens here. So you're welcome to, even if you want to scroll back and catch up, Can even do that. And still comment. I don't mind. I like reading comments. This is an internet drama channel. So our political fabric has become a morbid drama horror show. Yeah, it is. I at least okay. I kind of have the same stance as like Noah Samson and Hassan on this one, where it's like politics works its way in because of this like Ethan Hassan drama. It is like even outside of that too, when I'm like talking about internet news and commentary on things, there's like people like Asmongold, there's people like I don't know, Sex Pestany, and people that have horrible opinions as a towards Israel Palestine that I feel I need to discuss. And my hope with discussing it, not being a Hassan level political commentator, but having politics embed itself in my commentary in some fashion or another, is that at least one or two people can walk away with something good and use drama as a way to kind of learn a little bit into what's happening. Not that I discuss it very frequently, but can at least understand the very basics of the Israel-Palestine conflict through my commentary. I don't sit here and break it down through historical means in a way that Hassan or someone else. I keep using him as an example, but it works its way into itself, and I hope that it can be at least an entry path, or someone feels some kind of comfortability in ingesting politics through my. Because I'll be honest, when I first started, pre-2020, 2019, I was one of the like kind of heteronormative politics style people, where it was like if you went up to me and you were like, so who's the president? I would have been like, oh yeah, you have a good question. I'm like, who is the president? I knew nothing. I was one of those people that was like, politics? I don't talk about that thing. But 2020 came along and I became extremely invested to the point where I soaked it in every single day up till today, and I still continue to do so. So I use whatever baseline knowledge I have, and if I need to look up something, I will look it up. I'm not afraid to. I've made mistakes in this process. Like there's a video deep into my live videos where there was like an ADL article that was pumping misinformation, and I was not smart enough to realize that was misinfo, and I accidentally read ADL misinfo out to my chat, and I felt really bad about it. I think the stream had like 1,000 views on it. So, I make mistakes, but someone called me out on it and I learned. So here we are.
On her, so I won't look too much into it.
Covering Ethan's camera again. God, Ethan. Can we not? Okay, I have to not cover Ethan's camera. All right, there we go. Why even do this? Ethan Klein and Hassan both have dumb fuck opinions more often than not. You sound like one of my normie friends now. What do you mean, why do this? What are you talking about? It would have been funnier if you just said Ethan without Ethan Klein because your own name is Ethan. That would have made this doubly funny, but you actually saved yourself. So, good save. Good save to yourself, chatter. To 10 viewers, okay, if I have 10 viewers or I have 30,000 viewers, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to let a viewer ask Chris. I keep going back to Chris. Chris is a community member that has been here for a very long time. Chris knows this. I will stream with 0 viewers. I will stream with 1 viewer. Chris has been in here where it's just me and Chris in a stream, okay? I'm not focused on my concurrence. Did I start with 1 viewer? Yes. Is this stream growing? Yes, it is. Am I proud of that? Yes, of course I am.
The new cope is that the dislike extension isn't accurate, which is true to an extent.
I think it's pretty much accurate because I've seen it against my own videos where you can actually see the like.
I don't know, Chris. Is just find something that brings you more joy. I mean, you're entertaining. You're talking to me. I'm enjoying chatting with you. I'm saying Chris is someone that has been in this community. If you scroll up, Chris is a community member that has been here since the jump.
We've done comparisons on our channel. Granted, our sample size would just be our audience, so it would be the same set of people that have the extension. The way it supposedly works is it takes everybody who has that extension that shows.
Fair enough. Have a good night. Oh, you should hang out. Come on, hang out. I like having you here. Hang out. Appreciate you.
The dislikes and multiplies that by how many views it has to kind of extrapolate. And so it's not going to be perfect, but yeah, at least on the podcast channel, what it shows on the extension is pretty close to what it actually is.
Like
close
plus,
enough.
Even like, yeah, within 10%, I think.
Something like that.
So anywho, and I mean, at this point, everybody has this extension, I feel like. Like, it's got to be extraordinarily popular.
Take it easy. Yeah, it's, you know, it is funny. It is, I don't mean to be pausing Nobby, but real quick. It is really funny when people do make comments about, like there was that person, who is the chatter in here? We have one chatter in here that's like, 10 viewers, got him. And then we have, here, I'm just going to put chatters on the screen right now. All right. Yeah, look, this chatter, 9 watching. Like, what did you think? Did you think that was an own? 9 watching? Good job, chatter. Good job. How do you think streamers, like, do this? Do you think your favorite juicer on the internet started off with a gabillion streamers? No. Everyone starts off with 1 or 0 streamers.
So, so this is her response to my response. She says it's an overdue response. She wants you to subscribe to her podcast, Arabs. And the comments are pretty, saying Ian approached this content cop with empathy is so delusional. Okay, so yeah, let's just watch it. So here it is.
It's Frogan, and this is the first time I'm ever making a solo YouTube.
By the way, I know I'm already pausing it. And before her
I'll
and
do my best to not
and all of
pause
the
this
company
often.
are accusing me of harassing her for responding to her fucking video about me. Just a reminder to everybody, every single one of you, that I've only ever responded to Frogan. This all started when I silently, peacefully unfollowed her on Twitter.
Did you see the meme of you as Matthew McConaughey trying to warn yourself not to unfollow Frogan?
Is that when it started, Ethan?
No!
No, it started when you made a comment about her, Ethan.
It's possible. What was I saying? Yeah, so before they accused me of harassing her, I've only ever unfollowed her quietly,
before they accused me of harassing her. Wake up, Ethan. It's too late. Wake up, Ethan.
Me Islamophobic, saying I hate Arab people as a result of that. And, you know, obviously I had something to say about that, right? Especially since Hassan was my good friend and I didn't want to see, like, his moderators, like...
And then, if he could have been an adult, we might have not gotten here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like, clearly he wouldn't co-sign something like that. Insane, right? Spoiler alert, he does.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyway, here's her response.
Everything that has happened the last year and a half. I address everything on my podcast,
quick
Arabs, which
pauses from
you can
Ethan.
find the link below, but today it's just going to be you and I. I think the content cop was great. You know, I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else
coming.
does.
1,
he approached it with empathy,
2,
and, you know, it was supposed
3,
to make people feel bad for Ethan.
5.
So, like, first of all,
boom!
Just...
Oh, God, I figured out that pause like clockwork. It was clockwork. 5 seconds later.
On face value, this is a pathetically insane take. And it's just part of this continued gaslight campaign to make it feel like I'm imagining anti-Semitism. I'm imagining people coming after me and my family. And this is part of it. She's like, don't you realize we were being nice to you? It's like, am I crazy?
Yes,
you
Ethan.
are crazy. But
Yes,
this ignores the
Ethan.
empirical
Yes.
fact that she and everyone else is
Am I crazy? Says the craziest person on the internet right now.
ignoring, which is that Dr. Kirk said explicitly on video, which I can pull up, that Ian's initial first draft was him changing my grade. And when he said he wouldn't change my grade, he had to scramble to make a new ending, which is when he reached out to everyone to say something nice about me. This was not his intention setting out making this video. It was literally a plan B because Dr. Kirk fucked him. That's the truth.
Hello?
And it's on video. So this
hey guys, anything Ethan says is the truth, okay? Noted, right? Right? He says the truth, so it must be true.
Even this whole gaslighting thing of like, oh, we were being nice is completely a fucking lie. A knowingly lie, frankly, because they weren't setting out to be nice. And Dr. Kirk got...
Dude, the content cop is arguably one of the most charitable quote unquote hit pieces, if you could even call it a hit piece. That they literally made it a point in the content cop to set time aside to not only reach out to each of these people, but to include video sections in there of each of these people being like, hey, here's something nice I have to say about Ethan Klein. Did Frogan have a piece in there saying something about Ethan Klein? Yes. Frogan too said something very nice about you, Ethan. But when you reacted to that, you did not react well to her saying something nice about you. You couldn't take it. You couldn't take a nice comment, Ethan. It was arguably one of the most charitable moments in time.
Bless him. Basically proved that to us. I'll pull that clip up if somebody can find it.
One of the main things, especially as content creators, people tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living normal people just like you. So obviously...
Oh my God, not an Ethan. Pause, please, Ethan.
I forgot.
Ethan, what do you have to say to this?
Thanks for the reminder.
Why
I
is
just think,
someone laughing?
A lot of times she does this where she's like, listen, I get it, Ethan gets it. And I'm like, you're not really a content creator.
He has no charitability.
Like, I mean, you are, but you're like, you kind of are, like, barely.
What? What is this offhanded? Yuck, Ethan. God, he has, oh my God. Ethan, what the fuck, man? He has no charitability. It couldn't be that. Ian has a change of heart. It had to be duplicitous. Wow, you got me in English there, bud. My brain. I don't even know how to say that word. That's the first time I've ever seen that word. Then he demands all the charitability. Yeah. I feel like a dumbass. What is that word? Duplicitous? Did I say it right?
Her career, her career is the, an analogy would be an iron lung. Her career is in an iron lung. That's how much life assistance she needs. Yeah.
I don't think it's a good analogy.
It's that.
Oh my God. Ethan, that was so embarrassing. Oh God. Oh God, was that supposed to be funny? Did you guys, oh God. Yuck. Yuck. That was bad. That was really bad. Oh my God. Oh God, that was so bad. Did you hit that awkward pause and then listen to what Dan has to say to that?
That bad. It's not even life support. It's an iron lung.
With so much pressure on the internet, both on myself, and I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too. It's fucking hell. It's hard to manage.
You can't relate. Again, what I experience and what you experience, I know you want to think of yourself as the victim and everything. You don't relate to me.
How could Ethan
I don't
be mad
fucking
at
care.
the worst
You know
part
what I
is he
mean?
thinks
Like,
he's
you don't
cooking?
have a single idea what I'm going through, and clearly that's true by you.
what he's going through. Yes, Ethan is going through a lot right now. Ethan, poor Ethan. Worst part is he thinks he is cooking. I'm like, Ethan, God. Ethan has created his own version of like anti-Semitism in his head. And that is what he is going through right now. Literally.
Coming out here and trying to literally gaslight and crazy make me, pretending that you guys did this to be nice. What a joke.
She was trying to be nice to him.
So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and in a softer way. And
right, 100% crazy confidence and cruelty.
wanted to generate empathy for Ethan.
That's
Other people don't
that's
do that.
insane. That is insane. Do I really need to play the beginning of that content cop again? It's basically you guys flipping me off, telling me to wake up. And I mean, he told me, Frogan, that this is not what podcasting is. Okay. And that one hurt bad coming from Ian.
This is not what podcasts are.
Ian, the king of podcasting.
It's horrible.
Yeah, and once again, the original premise was not to be nice.
That. And I've even said this before. I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators.
This is just so pathetic. This whole... He's trying to platform pro-Palestinian...
Wait. This is so pathetic. Wait, Ethan, are you right? Ethan, you're right. It is pathetic that you're doing that. Yes. Is Ethan... Oh my God. Wait, did Ethan accidentally say something based? Wait, Ethan might have accidentally made a based comment.
Being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators.
This is just so pathetic.
It is, Ethan. Oh my God, he said something based. It is pathetic, Ethan. That you do that. Yes. I'm just not letting him finish his sentence right here. He's probably about to unbase himself real quick.
He's trying to platform pro-Palestinian creators. Deplatform. Just because you're pro-Palestine doesn't mean you're infallible, okay? It doesn't mean that you're beyond criticism. I know you want it to feel that way so that you can say shit like Hamas is...
Says you, Ethan. Says you. Says the guy who pretends to be pro-Palestinian and says that he is, and then also simultaneously can't take criticism. Says you. It seems like he's... Oh, God. This is like that terrible friend of yours that always projects onto you about their terrible behaviors, and you're like, fucking stop. You just want this person to shut up because everything they're saying to you is a result of their own shitty behavior, and you know that's why they're saying it to you, except in this case it's Ethan Klein, and you're like, Ethan, stop. If you can't flip off your buddies, then you're not that level of friends. Yeah. Like, I hope I could flip off chat by now. Imagine I just cut to the screen. I'm like,
fucking doing awesome.
The deplatforming, it's like calling management and demanding for... Yeah, the demanding for banning that already went over horribly. This is one of the funniest instances of Ethan's deplatforming process, where he was like, okay, we're going to go on Twitch. I've talked about this before. We're going to go on Twitch. We're going to make the Twitch... we're going to, say that Twitch is the most anti-Semitic platform. And, that campaign, only lasted so long. And then Ethan made it so that the political commentators have to have their little badge in the corner of the stream or whatever. And then Ethan simultaneously played political content on his own stream and then got banned and then cried about being banned and was like, oh, I got banned. And I don't know why I got banned. Twitch, please unban me, please. Because of his own doing. That was one of the funniest moments of Ethan's deplatforming process. You're okay with CPS? What's up, Bangwater Productions? I think Bangwater. He's being called to his house. Hassan isn't gonna fuck you, losers. Chatter, are you doing okay, Chatter? Are you okay? Cheddar, what is happening here? What is going on here? You okay with CPS being called to his house? What? When did I... Look at this. When did I say this right here? Hassan isn't gonna... Did I say that? Did I say something about CPS? Honestly, chatter, I think CPS may have saved Ethan Klein. CPS may have done Ethan Klein a net positive, if you want to know the real answer to that one.
Some revolutionary acts by slaughtering civilians, and that you don't want to be held accountable for saying insane shit like that. But guess what? That's not how the world works, despite you.
Chatter, are you okay? What is happening here? You're gonna get, you know you're gonna get banned pretty soon, right? You know there's mods in here. Chatter, are you okay? What is happening here? Did you watch Ethan Klein? What is going on? As a result of Hassan and these morons, which subreddit did you get stuck on? God damn. Go outside, go touch grass, get out of your little Reddit forum.
You're fantasizing so badly that you need.
Oh yeah, ban me. Okay. I will. All right, have fun in your ban. There you go, banned.
Be the victim of every situation. It's just not the case. I mean, this is all very obvious. I mean, isn't that just like apparent? Like, who fucking thinks that? Just because
Dude, this is what happens. Seriously, Ethan's behavior is causing like literal schizo posters in his own community. These people are losing their mind. Oh, what's the opposite of feeling tricked? That's what I'm feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
bored.
know, this guy who he marched with Martin Luther King, and he killed someone, and you're trying to put him in jail. I'm just an analogy. That's just made up.
This is a better analogy than the Iron Man or the Iron Lung one.
Oh, also, okay, can someone correct me on this? There's like people coming after me in live streams. I saw today 2 comments. People were like, excuse me, that's rude to call H3 fans foot soldiers. Is that not the known name for H3 fans? Even when I was a H3 fan, I'm like 98.9% sure that the fan base was one of the names for the fan base, the foot soldiers. Am I wrong on that?
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, you did something good, therefore you're trying to hold me responsible for something completely unrelated. Shut up.
I'm correct. See, I knew I was right.
Zero accountability.
I knew I was right, and people were like, "Yeah, you're mean. You're calling us foot soldiers." Yeah. I'm calling the fan base's name.
Holy shit.
I think
Foot
it's
soldiers
insane
and
to
Foopa
involve
troopers. Yeah.
children and anybody else.
Yeah, foot soldiers are the ones that are like the unpaid chatters, right? And Foopa troopers are like what you get called after you pay for the membership. Because I remember I paid for it 1 month, and it was like, you are a Foopa trooper.
Really doesn't deserve the criticism. I think Keela deserves the criticism as well too.
So what I'll say to her credit is I don't believe that I've seen, maybe you guys will prove me wrong, that she's ever done this Ethan's kids are eating shit and all this stuff. And she says people shouldn't come after my kids, which, by the way, is...
Yeah, I've never seen... That's denims primarily.
Yeah,
and, like people
and
around her.
Yeah. So to her credit, she never did do that, and I think that's a good thing, right? That's better than Denims, who's just like a vile,
yes, Denims,
heartless freak.
Yeah, I don't think she participated.
So that's
in that
good.
as
I
far
mean,
as I'd
yeah.
ever seen.
To her credit, that's true.
She says some batshit crazy things on the podcast as well.
By the way, she goes, Ethan needs to be criticized for being pro.
Denims is, I'm not gonna lie, and this I could see some, people coming in the comments later on in the VOD outside of my community, maybe potentially coming out of the sex pestiny community, that are going to look at this comment I'm about to say and be like, you're wrong, actually. But Denims is like one of the nicer streamers. I really enjoy Denim's stream. I watch Denims like most of the week in the mornings. Denims is chill.
Israel. And also, Ela said batshit crazy stuff. Okay, well, clearly you're going to have evidence to support that, right?
And I've said this, and I'll say it again. If you're spewing pro-Israel propaganda, I'm going to call you out about it. I received a text.
Okay, well, if you're calling people out, get ready for them to respond. Like, it's not brave of you to be like, I'm calling you out because I disagree. And then when they respond to you, you go, I'm being bullied and harassed. It's insane. It's cry bully behavior, which is my criticism of you from the beginning. Just cry bully behavior. And she's being enabled by people like Hassan, who are like, people only criticize her because she's a hijabi.
Oh, also news. Ethan Klein news. Ethan Klein is supposedly supposed to talk to Sam Cedar this week. This is supposed to be the week for that, which will be interesting. And after he talks to Sam Cedar, he will be talking to Hassan, since he missed a moment to talk to Hassan already. So this will be an interesting week. I hope that I get to react to these things and talk about them, but let's see. I'm going to continue reacting to this, by the way. Tomorrow I may not be streaming. I'm going to go touch grass tomorrow night. I might touch grass Wednesday night, but stream late. Thursday, I hope it's like by Thursday and Friday I'll be streaming too. I hope by Friday, fingers crossed, I'm touching grass this weekend. So I won't be doing it this weekend. But compared to Ethan, everyone comes off as a patient, good faith adult. I know. After I react to this stuff and I go out in public and like talk to people, even if I see someone like kind of losing it, I'm like, damn, that person seems kind of chill now.
And it's like, dude, this is not helping anybody.
I hope I can react to like, or see the Hassan Ethan debate part, I don't know, 4 or whatever it might be at this point, and see. I suspect the Ethan Sam Cedar debate will be off camera. I suspect that. If it's on camera, that's a plus for us, but I suspect it might be off camera.
Here's the clip. Thank you.
We found it? Nice.
So he pretty quickly apologized.
If I had known that the whole video was concluding on me changing the grade, I still would have refused to change my grade, but I would have done it in a much more careful way, because I thought that he was just experimenting with different elements of the content cop video. I thought I was going to be one of hundreds of possible things that he would put in, and I thought since I didn't change the grade, I wouldn't even make it in the video. And I asked him about it actually today, and he said that he thought I was going to change the grade, and that when I didn't change the grade, he had to completely rewrite the ending, the epilogue.
That sounds pretty genuine, guys. That sounds like a really genuine effort to make me, to make people sympathetic with me. Like, you're lying. You're a liar.
Okay, but to be fair to Frogan, she may not have been on the loop in all of that.
Personally, I wouldn't even I wouldn't agree, because she was there.
Oh my God, not Ethan disagreeing with Frogan. God. Dan has his moment trying to be charitable.
From the inception, and all of them got this like half-assed phone call.
How do you know?
I'm explaining.
Okay.
Well, she was there when they were doing the dancing bullshit, which I'm assuming was like, during the making of.
Sure, I just don't know though.
Well, so the reason I think she knows is because everybody got this half-assed call like probably 2 or 3 days before he posted the video, or maybe even less, being like, can you say something nice for Ethan?
Because they shot them individually instead of when they were all together.
Okay, not to pause. I was just thinking about this, and I'm going to say it live because I suspected in the comments of this VOD, as I've correctly called out some of these commenters already, I suspect a comment coming my way of someone that's going to say, bro, they're going to watch somehow up to the point that I say said thing and then stop watching. And then they're going to go, bro, why even talk about politics if you just learned about politics a little bit over 5 years ago now? I suspect that's what's going to happen in the comments from people outside of the community. I'm good at clocking people. I'm really good at this. I've clocked a react in this stream already. I've clocked commenters in the past. And my own community members are like, hey, look, he did say this thing. He called you out.
That's the rationale. I'm supporting you.
Why it's like, yeah, no, why are you asking last minute to say something nice? Like you didn't know that I was even part of it until like 2 days before. You can't like make this grand claim that it was meant to make people sympathetic for me when like it's bullshit. It's just a lie. Does that make sense? You seem confused.
You seem confused. I like that moment of silence there. Does this make sense? Pause.
I think that Ian scrambled, and that was never his intention, and that's bullshit. I'm just questioning the level of Frogan's involvement in the making this video beyond doing the Fortnite dance and then sending that video. I don't think she was like on the ground floor planning it with them.
I don't think she was writing it, but I don't think she believes this because like up until 2 days before, she thought this was just like an epic takedown.
This is another projection.
By the way, can you send something
This is a projection.
I guess I get what you're saying.
And by the way, Hassan's not going to appear in it. And by the way, Shonda Black the next day after is going to be like, I didn't know I could say no.
Right, yeah. Right.
Ethan, wake up.
Bro, why are you there?
Ethan,
Why?
wake up. Wake up,
to that
Ethan.
hour-long content cop video, and he had to and maybe influenced to make it more positive.
my
and
God.
then he reached out to all those content providers for them to all say something nice in light of.
Wasn't bad. It feels like we were being genuine.
This part made
Wasn't bad. It feels like we were being genuine.
She was being nice.
Yeah, she was being so nice.
Right, I get it.
But I her.
one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all of this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
I think. Listen, Frogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her. Like, I think it's funny that she put this in because I mean it's kind of funny.
Yes,
You know.
Ethan.
Well, she's
Misogyny
putting it
is
in to show
hilarious,
that
Ethan.
You were not nice while she was being nice.
Yeah, she was being so nice.
Right, I get it. I get it.
But I think she's thinking it makes me look crazy, but I think it doesn't. I don't know.
What?
It's kind of a good point, honestly.
And it almost felt like the nicest one of them all.
I think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually.
No, it doesn't. It just sounds like he wants to see their words and everything. All it proves there's no point in being nice. I know, which is like one of the funnier parts about all this too, because something that always stuck with me when I was a H3 fan, it sounds really weird saying that now, but when I did watch H3, one of the main things in the community was always like, are you saying this in good faith? Is this good faith? Like, good faith this, good faith that, good faith that, you know? Where it's like, Ethan has no good faith left in him at all. It's totally just sucked right out of him. It's just, he's a bad faith actor now.
So I
think
we're being nice too by the same token.
Just
Frogan, just chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
She's also by far the smallest creator of the bunch.
Right.
I mean, is it even like cool that he included her? Like, she's just gonna get more shit for being involved.
It's not cool.
And, like,
on his
it's
behalf.
not- it's
he
total-
knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh.
I feel like that clip wasn't bad. It feels like we were being genuine and. Well, anyway, she didn't
Called
see
her
it that
dumb
way.
a couple
And,
times.
like,
Yeah,
it's
being
not-
real
it's
He
genuine.
knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf, and he's acting like
tone deaf.
Also, you can tell the foot soldiers have swarmed this Frogan video that has 15K dislikes, 3.5K, 3.8K updates.
Does she know? I don't know if she knows what that means. What was tone deaf about it? What was the tone I was deaf to? There it is.
Think, Ethan.
Here.
Think a little bit, Ethan. I'm not giving you the answer. You can think on that one, buddy. Come back with a better answer next time, buddy. That's a very authoritarian IDF take.
It is.
That's funny.
That's the tone.
Like half of his content nuke wasn't about me.
Okay. This part is
And
bananas.
he's acting like half of his content nuke wasn't about me.
Oh my God, chat. I'm actually worried that we're gonna have to like. I'm not getting close to ending stream, but like, look, we're at 2:03 right now. For Ethan to get through this video. Oh my God. It's over another hour till he's done reacting to this. So you have me pausing and you have Ethan pausing. Oh my God. Ay, por Dios.
I know you think this song is about you. It was 10 minutes of an hour and 40-minute long video. Girl, you
I
interpreted
feel like
that?
at a certain point, I just want to like predict all of Ethan's responses. Like, I just want to do like, this is such a weird moment. While I want to just like click on a random point, see what Ethan says, click on another random point, see what he says, click on another random point, just to get his response. I could see how like a VOD watcher might watch that and be like, bro, how could you, dog? You just skipped a part, and like, how could you even say that when you didn't see 208:14? You know, even though when they say that, the 208:14 comment literally just justifies what they say. Yo, Max, when do you usually go live? I always seem to catch it late. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. Well, I usually go live whenever I mention it at the end of stream, but usually 9 o'clock Central is when I go live. I've debated on going live sooner lately, but for instance, I will be live probably late on Wednesday maybe, because I'm going to a little comedy show Wednesday night. I'm excited for. Thursday, I think I'll be live Thursday night, 9 Central. I will be live Friday night, 9 Central, and then I'll be live maybe Sunday night. But I'm touching grass this weekend, so that's when I'll be live next. Do you prefer an earlier time? Appreciate you being here, by the way.
As half, that just shows kind of where your head's at. Like, holy smokes. I talked about you for 10 minutes. Yeah, and by the way, I thought it was integral to the story. I think it was very well. Your whole Arab tier list was a big piece of the puzzle in this whole tapestry of bullshit, right? So yeah, of course I'm going to talk about you, but only for 10 minutes, not half. That's fucking silly. It's actually silly. It's actually insane to claim that.
Half of the content nuke, the entire ending half, was about
That
me.
is insane.
So if I'm so...
Yes, Ethan, it is insane. I like how Ethan has spent a chunk of this already, like almost self-reporting. He has been like, he's like, that is insane. Like, yes, Ethan, that is insane that you did that. Yes, I'm glad you're starting to learn. We're, you know, going left foot after right foot. We're learning to walk here, Ethan. Good job.
The entire half was about me.
The entire end half, Ethan.
You know, if that
She
was true,
literally
I
said
think that
end
she was
half.
right. I'd be like, yeah, that's overkill. Why are you talking about Frogan so much? Whoops, wrong channel. Let's take a look here at the, oh.
He's like, that's insane. Ethan,
I forget
buddy.
even what's my old channel's URL.
It says, I like how it's like, he's like, what's my old channel?
Who fucking who?
Dude, YouTube is so fucked. Look how far down I have to go to find the content nuke. Why is it like this far, really?
It wasn't on the top. Oh, I see.
Is content
Showing
puke?
Ethan joins a 90s band?
Well, those are banger videos.
It is a banger video, yeah. All right, let's take a look. So she says the back half is all about her. So let's see, where do I first mention her?
Good work, YouTube. pushing the context puke down the line.
Let me use a mouse.
I like how he doesn't. I like how he just doesn't know where he talks about Frogan in his own context puke. Ethan. Frogan's so nice. I don't understand that. Yeah, exactly. Frogan's a very sweet person. I will always stand by that. I've watched Frogan before Ethan started chirping about her. I've been watching Frogan quite a while now. I don't get how much he spent on someone. Who cares how much he spent on someone when he spent Hennius? Yeah. I like how he can't find his like own criticism about Frogan in his own context puke. Like, Ethan, if you actually like cared and knew where your shit was at, you would, you know, maybe get to the point of where you talk about Frogan pretty quickly.
Look too.
Yeah.
This is gonna.
He's like, where did I talk about her?
Here she is. Here she is. So this is when she first comes up.
Wow, it's surprising. Look. What did Frogan say about the back half? Here's the back half. Look. Right at the back half point. It's almost like that's what Frogan said, Ethan.
I think. Talk about Dan being a creep.
First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch, and you get caught with the fucking... You get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice? Bro, come on, dude. You got wife, man. Got daughters. We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro. It's also a little bit disturbing
Says
considering...
him, who has a wife and kids.
You know, he's these people's
Says
bosses.
him.
Okay? All right, so he's incompetent. He's a creep. He's protecting terrorist propagandists. So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why didn't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one of Hassan's. Could it be that people that don't like you because you say shit like that? You know? That could be one of the reasons. That doesn't have to do with the fact that you're wearing a hijab.
So this is at 1:16 what?
This is 1:16:39.
Okay, so I'm looking to see when it stops.
She's leading great disc
briefly at 26 minutes as well.
It looks like the tier list stuff ends
So I talk about the
around 128.
By the way,
He's just showing a base take from Frogan. I would respect Ethan much more if he just said he hated Arabs and went along with his day.
wait, the tier list thing isn't really all about her either. It's about the tier list, right?
Right, yeah.
And then here we're talking about her podcast, which again, they just kind of shockingly dumb shit they say.
It looks like it's about 12 minutes, this segment.
12 minutes?
I would say.
Ethan's so blinded to the fact that, like, I don't know what is so hard to understand about this. Like, let's just play dumb for a second. Let's just say, okay, Ethan showed Frogan on the screen, but never out loud was like, Frogan is bad, Frogan is this. Let's just you know, play it safe for a second and say that Ethan did not mention her. But maybe you showed Frogan twice the entire time in the last half of the context puke, right? Because of the nature of the context puke and because of, you know, spewing lies and doing propaganda throughout the context puke, these people, you're going to naturally bring in people who are very much on board with what you're saying, Ethan, and they're going to see this visibly Muslim hijabi woman, and they're going to attack her because of that. They're immediately going to run to the attack because, you know, scary brown person on screen. Let's go attack this scary brown person, right? It's not that hard to figure out, my God. It's like, I feel like I have to explain, like, this is like very black and white stuff I'm explaining here. Yeah, there's a complication. The thing he says, my guy needs a button to delete 30 seconds to cover his hate. I think he needs a button for the whole podcast. It should be called the H3 button. And just button the whole thing anytime Ethan talks.
So a little more than the 10.
There's my terrible joke, but let it slide, please.
I said Ethan.
But that's even being generous because I'm not even talking about her now. Like when I'm
Sure,
doing
but
about
it's
Ben
a
Shapiro's
topic
wife,
that directly involves her. I
born
think it's
in
fair
Israel,
to say.
which would make them Sabras. So
at least
love-
somewhat part of about her. So yeah, 12 minutes out of
Okay,
out
12
of the video.
minutes, yeah,
There
at
you go.
about an hour and 42 minutes.
Right.
That's half, I guess. That pretty much maths out.
Horrible.
How could I?
Islamophobic. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Islamophobia. There's also the weight. There's also Frogan's weight, which these people have chosen to comment on. You know, just simply being a woman online. Frogan is unfortunately going to hit those exact, you know, for the Islamophobes of the internet, is going to hit that perfect intersection where people are like, yes, this is the person we want to attack. This. We love harassing women online, but, you know, she's got even more reasons to harass. So let's go after her. That's pretty much how they operate. They have one speed.
Saying I talked about her for 80 minutes. No, I overshot that.
What is happening?
What are you trying to say?
Ethan has broke his own brain in the process of his own context puke. He's like, how long did I talk about Frogan? Wait, when did I talk? Where did I talk about? Like, he does not even know his own context puke. Gets proven wrong, shrugs. I guess so. I guess, how could I? Then immediately copes. Too much mental gymnastics.
Talked about her for 45 minutes. About.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's a lot longer than I did.
So irrelevant and so uncool to include. Why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
Like Hassan could, bro.
Irrelevant and so uncool to include. Why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
Like, because. What's her point? Hold on, let me go back.
Half of his content nuke
Saying
wasn't about me.
if you're so relevant, because in that clip
Half
she just
of the
reacted
content nuke, the entire ending half was about me.
Based.
So if I'm
Yes.
so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
That would be a good point if she
If
was
the
right.
premise wasn't a complete lie. 12 minutes, and most of it wasn't directly
Caught.
about you. So like, you know, what are you talking about, lady? You're delusional. Yeah, it would have been 50 minutes of me talking about her if what she said was correct. But also, just because
Like
I think
Hassan
you're
could-
irrelevant doesn't mean you don't belong in the video. You know, you are irrelevant. You're propped up by a bunch of ridiculous forces on Twitch and people, despite, you know, you being essentially can only be described as talentless, and you've been doing it now for years. You know, constantly right.
Honestly, if anything, because of like potentially because of the content cop and potentially new iDubbbz fans and potentially Hassan talking about the subject and, you know, other content creators that are taking the approach that is not on Ethan's side of things, which is, you know, the normal approach to stuff. I suspect Frogan may have got a few more new subscribers in the process of this. Like, I feel like other creators outside of Ethan are just growing. Like, Bad Empanada grew his platform. Outside of this, I know Hassan got even a little bit bigger after the Context Puke. Like, pre-Context Puke, Hassan was averaging, like, 27, 28K in the live streams. Post-Context Puke, Hassan's averaging, like, 36 to 40K in the streams. Bad Empanada grew a platform. Mike grew a platform. Like, I would not be surprised if Frogan got a few extra subscribers in this process. Like, Ethan is unintentionally helping larger creators grow smaller creators grow a larger size. Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are the rent payer. You guys remember that song? I'm not going to play it again. I can't play it. It keeps clapping me. Every time I play it, I get like a partially blocked thing. It's so annoying.
Rising starring it. And I think that's definitely noteworthy, you know, don't you?
I think you're giving her the fuel to succeed. You're giving her the motivation right now.
Good.
There you go.
I hope that I hope she harnesses it for good.
It's a fire in her heart.
and not another Ethan response video. She'll do it again. She's gonna do it again. Ethan response to my response to my response to Ethan's response to me complimenting Hamas.
The symbiotic
Didn't handle it,
relationship.
but yeah. Take go with God. Take it, please.
Frogan is the fucking Antichrist.
Easy.
I wouldn't go that far. That's way too far, Hassan. I thought you liked her. Well,
like
also
how
another big part of the puzzle.
I like how they clip out a moment of Hassan saying that in context to how he was talking about. I was literally in that stream when he said that. Hassan said that, referring to how Ethan feels about Frogan.
Is that she's a moderator for Hassan. She's like a prominent member of his community and a moderator. So when she says shit about me that I think is insane, I feel like it's representative of the broader Hassan community and even perhaps Hassan himself. So that's why I included you. But like Frogan's now just gonna get a pile of shit on top of her that I have no control over because people are watching, millions of people are watching his video, by the way, and they're reacting to it. And they're not having good reactions
Not
to it.
just our audience.
Far from our own, yeah.
I think it's funny that you think me being in the iDubbbz videos, what's going
Not just our audience, but the Sex Pestiny audience.
to cause this harassment. But in reality, it's you, Ethan. You're acting like you haven't spent the last year and a half doing everything in your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi.
Okay.
Yep.
First of all, your joke was not about me not being able to say Habibi. This is just another gaslighting, ridiculous premise that you're lying about. Okay. That I mentioned that in the video. And second of all, first of all, and second of all, and third of all, she says that I worked with the ADL to get Zionist, to deplatform. Now, what is her evidence that I work with the ADL, other than the fact that I'm Jewish? Doesn't that strike you as a little fucking racist?
Because you were propping up ADL talking points, Ethan. It duped me. I already said this at the top of my stream. There was a moment there where it duped me too. I got duped by that moment. There's literally a stream somewhere where you can literally watch me get duped by ADL talking points.
If I was like, if I was talking to
So
someone,
what was the specific accusation here? Because
that I
kinda
was
made my head spin
working
a
with
little
the
bit.
ADL to get Muslim or Islam or pro-Palestine creators
to get
He can't even get it right.
Platformed or what? Let me go back.
What did she say?
Power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL
She says I weaponized the ADL
to
get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi.
Okay,
Yep,
so
he did
it's
do that.
specifically that she got banned for the tier list segment
because of
And-
the ADL.
Right.
That I weaponized.
Right.
How did I do that?
I don't know exactly.
I've never talked about the ADL. I don't think. Never endorsed. I've never worked with. Like this is just.
There's 100% is evidence that the ADL sponsored congressmen on the behalf of the complaints that Ethan Klein had or Twitch to ban the Habibi post. Yeah, that was. I thought that was like a very well-known thing. I'm glad you said that. I was literally just gonna like go back to the stream where Ethan did do this. Yeah, no, that's a hundo P.
Just racism. This is like if a black dude was like, if I was
Oh
I think,
boy! Oh
you
no!
know, the ADL.
Oh no! Ethan! Save yourself. Where are you going with this one? I suspect the poor. This would be a great I don't even drink, but this would be a great drinking game. Rowan, what's up? How are ya? Good to see ya. This would be like an insane. I don't know. I think chat knows this, but I've never had alcohol in my life before. I don't drink, but I don't have anything against anyone who does. If you want to drink, that's your own prerogative. But if I did drink and I was trying to get a little tipsy, I might play a little bingo card game here with Ethan Klein, and the amount of times that he's raising a goal to post a contact by the ADL directly and work with Cahoots to the count. Yeah, this I would have been like drunk by now, at this rate.
She was
the
talking
ADL
to a black
did
dude and was
criticize
like,
Twitch, right?
Say what?
The ADL did criticize Twitch.
Yeah, no,
right?
it's true that they're the ones that got them banned. They reached out during this whole Arab tier list because it was going way beyond our community.
Right.
But blaming that on me is fucking insane. That's like being like, oh, black
Ethan, 'cause
dude
you cried.
working with the NAA.
Ethan, I'm scared of where this is going. Ethan, this is going to be a very bad. It's going to be very bad. It's gonna be terrible. This is gonna be awful. I'm scared to see what he says.
ACP, huh? Like with no evidence. It's like, what are you doing?
Hey, yo, what? Actually, no, you're wrong, Ethan. That's why everyone got really quiet now.
It's
Ethan,
also
you're
giving
wrong.
like shadowy org, like Jews in their shadowy orgs. It's crazy to lie about that.
Oh, this is painful.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay,
You
ay, ay,
just
por
put
Dios.
that forward like fact with zero evidence. It's fucking insane.
Such your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi.
She accused me of harassing her while simultaneously lying straight up about me in an anti-Semitic way, in my opinion. And then she'd go, why do you stop talking about me? You know?
Ethan, what? God, if I were an H3 fan and I was like dedicated to Ethan Klein, I don't think I would know what anti-Semitism is anymore at this point. I'd be like, I'd have to like go on my own mission and like Google what anti-Semitism is. I would be so lost in the sauce. I did myself a little favor actually last night. It was really late. I was like, all right, I need to like, plow through the drama, see what's going on in the internet. And in that process, I was like, maybe I should just do myself the quick service of going into H3's like live chats and just looking at them and seeing like the average demographic of these people that are still being duped by Ethan Klein. And it's like, it literally is people that are Sex Pastiny community members. Like you click on their thing and it says they are subscribed to Sex Pastiny. Or if it's not that, they're people that are like 14, 15, 16. They're like very young people. Like when I was that age, like, and it feels weird because like a part of my, like the nice part of me is like, oh, you can't blame them. Like they don't know any better. But it's like, if you're going to have a say in this, have a stake in the game, you got to have, come on, like at least have some sort of political knowledge of some sorts. Like, come on, just have just something. Just give me a little something, please. But I don't feel bad.
Here,
I'm like,
this is basically the logic. I think this person gets it. The point forward. It's simple. Dan Saltman worked with the ADL. Dan is Destiny Orbiter, and Ethan is secretly in cahoots with Destiny. Case solved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dan Saltman is
But no,
openly a Destiny
it's
Orbiter.
iDubbbz, one of the only major creators besides Hassan who has actually defended me publicly in the last few months. This next section is about the double standards of Ethan's thinking. Let's get started with this clip.
Personally, though, and I've seen Hassan do this before, is he's accused me of it. He goes, "Oh, you just hate Muslims." It's like, bro, can you actually just can you act?
Bro, you look like Bad Empanada though, for real. Is that a compliment? I'll take it as a compliment. If it's supposed to be one, I'll take that. I don't care.
Actually, please just respond.
Dan Saltzman. All right. Should I show you who Dan Saltzman is? Let's do this. I'm just going to, because I'm on stream, instead of me saying it out loud, I'm just going to literally, here. This is who Dan Saltzman is. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see, this is the right thing to pull up here. This has been adjusted. What the hell? Okay. Here's a .org. Here it is. Okay. Oop. I don't know what that was. All right. Here it is. Okay. Half of it's blocked by my camera. Lovely. Let's move my camera real quick. Okay. Dan Saltzman. Commissioner, City of Oregon, retired Oregon. I say that wrong all the time. Dan Sullivan retired in 2019. His fifth term as a Portland City Commissioner. Dan previously served as the Multnomah County Commissioner from 1993 to 1998. His 25 years of public service, he's been the commissioner in charge of over 15 boroughs. He created the Gateway Center of Domestic Violence Services and secured voter approval for the Portland Children's Levy. Dan was born in Portland. He graduated from high school, blah, 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 blah. He spent years in the private sector as a principal in environmental engineering firm. So as a legislative assistant to the Oregon Community Congressman Ron Wyden. Selected in 2021, blah, blah, blah. Continues to be on the well-being of children and families of achieving a stable future. But, yeah. Just happens to be also a sex pest and watcher. So.
To a real argument. Like, please, bro. You know, he just, like, you can't just sweep everything away. Like,
oh, he's a watcher of sex pest and at least that I've heard now from a few different creators by proxy.
By saying that, it's just not right. Are people very cruel to her? Yeah, for sure. So I'm supposing the counter to this would be showing me saying Islamophobic or...
I have to move my camera again. I can't stand that it like looks all funny again. All right, we're going back. Going back to the corner. Back to the corner.
Or anti-Arab jokes. That would be the counter to this clip. Because I think it's a good point I'm making there. You know, it's just, I don't know, man.
I don't know how to explain this to you, Ethan, because this is something you claim all the time, but some people are actually racist.
Yeah, I said that in the clip you showed.
Him all the time because they're racist, using his religion as a shield to criticism, as he claims people are doing to me. A lot of the comments I get are about me being a hijabi and me being Muslim, so no.
Not from me and my community. I don't fuck. You think that I'm the only community that you've upset? Like, have you forgotten the hordes of people on every corner of the internet that you have offended with your thoughtless, insane takes? Veterans deserve PTSD. Did you not think that that would upset a fuckload of people who, by the way, lean conservative? My community does not make fun of you wearing a hijab. We don't give a fuck about that.
Copium. That is copium, Ethan. Holy copium.
I never have. That's for damn sure.
People are not more charitable to me because I wear the hijab, and I wish that was the case.
I have never, they accuse me of doing it. They go, oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators. It's like, I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought anyone's fucking identity into my criticism of them. Okay, so again, that's a good point, but maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm lying.
I thought you were just big upping yourself.
And I have done that. That would be the good counter to this.
So I was trying to find where this ADL connection came from, and the only thing I'm saying is that when we talked about Dan Clancy, when you brought up the tier list initially, it was October 21st, and then later after the show, I believe is when the ADL put out a tweet about it. So I don't know if
that's rock solid stuff. That's a great perfect accusatory to say I weaponized the ADL. It's insane. It's fucking insane. Anyway, she's about to prove that I'm Islamophobic,
Just
right?
moves on.
Let me do this again, because I think it's good. I have never, they accuse me of doing it. They go, oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators. It's like, I have never one time. By the way, Mike from PA, is he Arab or Muslim?
Oh, he wishes.
He wishes.
Dude.
He's not. Is Sean the Black Arab or Muslim? I mean, I don't know if he's Muslim, but I don't think so. You know, there's a lot of people in this story that is getting equal criticism that are not.
Chat, are we enjoying this? Can I get a 1 in chat if you're enjoying it, 2 if I should just skim through the rest of it? Ethan Klein is so predictable. There's been so many times now where I've wanted to pause it and talk in the last like 2 minutes, and I'm just like, Ethan is pausing it so much that me pausing it is going to kill me. I feel like skimming. But I know the foot soldiers are going to get really mad if I skim. 1 in chat if you're enjoying this. 2 if I should move on. I guys reaching hard to see the Andy in the shadows of the nooks and crannies, but as blind as a bat. I wouldn't mind skimming. Yeah, I'm starting to think I should skim. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not, Ethan's literally, if he really wants people to know about anti-Semitism and know any little crevice and cranny about anti-Semitism, he's doing it wrong. In fact, he's literally untraining people what anti-Semitism is. If they've once known what it is, they now have completely forgotten the real way that anti-Semitism works. Anti-Semitism is when people disagree with me. Yeah, exactly. That's what his community now knows. It's like, Hassan disagrees with me, anti-Semitic. Frogan disagrees, anti-Semitic. Oh, Chris disagrees, anti-Semitic. Shonda Black disagrees, anti-Semitic. Denims disagrees, anti-Semitic. So it's like, when you're out in public, you know, talking to your friends and they like have a disagreement, you're like, anti-Semite, out. Easy. I'm gonna start doing that in public. I'm gonna see how that goes over for me. I think I'll make more friends in the process of that, right? That's how that works. More people like you, more people, you know, are on your side eventually because you seem like the perfect person that knows how to call out anti-Semitism. Yeah, that's how it works. Should we scrub? So let's do a little scrub in here. Let's see where Ethan Klein gets. So, chat, he's at the 455 mark. I'm just going to jump. What, 10 minutes? Let's jump 10 minutes. Let's see. Ethan got 2 minutes ahead. And in fact, this is where I wanted to see anyway. This is I want to see Ethan's reaction to this. I want to see what this is like the key. This is like the crux of why I wanted to be here.
Fucking insane. She says that her statement that all veterans deserve PTSD was a misspeak.
She misspoke?
Yeah, and then she's acting like the next day she didn't double down with a now infamous, notorious clip of her going, based? I still agree with that, based?
That's the origin of the based sound.
That was the...
Okay. Obviously, Frogan knows that clip and that moment was not a good thing to be saying, right? But the reason she originally said it is because her family has been attacked by said people. So that was why Frogan said it to begin with. But I like how, you know, that's not, you know, anything they're going to talk about here.
Next day,
Was
her
her
reaction.
calling herself based
Yes.
for...
Pull it up. Yeah, she's watching herself.
Based?
So I mean, again, like, why you...
That makes it seem like you didn't misspeak, if I'm being honest.
I think she tripled down even. I think even the third time.
There was a
she like-
third?
I'm pretty sure.
I
There
think
was a third down?
I think she only made this not really even an apology, frankly.
This is the apology? Let's see.
Well, hold on. Let me show what she actually said the next day.
I have no pity at all for
So here she is watching her clip.
any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. The U.S. Dog Frogan. That's not a slur. Military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. Okay, what part did you cut?
That comment of hers was kind of her Hassan America deserved moment. This was hers.
Cut out. What part did you cut out? He cut out the most important context of the clip. Okay?
What? Which part is that?
He cut out the most important context of the clip. Where I said, not the ones that...
Also, ayo, chat. How about her nails? Pretty sick, right? Look at those nails. I'm saying Frogan's the fucking goat.
regret their service.
That doesn't make it better. That's still awful. That's so stupid. What do you mean? That doesn't help you at all. It doesn't help you at all.
Okay.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD.
Oh, so this is her...
Yeah, that's this first reaction, and this is the third reaction
This is,
I'm watching right
there's
now.
layers, yeah. So I show in my content nuke her reaction the next day.
Got it.
This is her reaction to the reaction.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
She's smiling. Even now, she's smiling and laughing about it.
They posted it in my head. I'm like, base?
Yeah.
This is so weird. This is like It's like triple react here. You have Ethan, double Frogan, me.
Okay.
The other Frogan was behind me. Sorry.
Yep. By the way, if you want to be serious, if you actually want to make this comparison, I mean, the Gallant thing we took seriously, and it's not something that I joke about at all. It's something that I clarified my position on, that I don't take lightly, and that I certainly am not making jokes about and laughing about. Like,
all right, let's go through. Is he still locked in on this?
She loves it.
It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm just because, like, bro, this haunts me. It fucking haunts me, bro. Like, am I supposed to be like I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base.
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that
She
Twitch will do
literally said
nothing
she's
to
not
moderate her,
walking it
despite
back. Like, again, you could say, I realized how wrong.
Wow, we're still rehashing old drama. Oh my god, we're still locked in on this.
The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. What I said was out of
she
frustration,
got Elon
as
Musk
bombing
style
my family in the
views.
name of liberation.
25 million
I realize
views
that
on
wishing
that.
people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues, and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way. And like I said initially, I'm not granted that shareability at all.
I want to explain it because people bring it up nonstop. I apologize for
I
it
see
right
what
away.
she's saying,
when
but this is such a bad counterexample using the Gallant thing, just because it's such a obvious in Elo's case, it genuinely was sort of a lost in translation situation.
Absolutely.
Like after,
Yeah.
I think that she explained it
never
pretty
mind.
well, and that she essentially was
I didn't know
just
where he was going with
upset that one of the only voices that was in government that was pushing for a ceasefire was gone. Which I think, you know,
for whatever reason,
we all want a ceasefire here,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's what I was like.
So like, even though I totally get why, you know, especially out of context, it sounds
Wait, he didn't give what? Did we not get? We all want to ceasefire.
really bad. I feel like the underlying point, the intention we can recognize was good. I'm not buying this parallel with the PTSD thing. What was the good intention there? Like what even if it
she misspoke. She meant to say that
the
what did she
the
mean
best,
to say?
The,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, it
the
doesn't
best
make
case
him a good
scenario
guy.
is that
Yeah,
she
exactly.
only is wishing psychological torment on certain people, not all people in the military.
Who don't yet regret it.
Yeah, I just don't think that
which is probably like
is comparable to somebody that the intended effect of their words is I want people to stop dying and I want there to be a ceasefire, even if it was said in a sloppy way that was immediately corrected.
Well,
I just don't think that this is a good comparison at all.
I agree. Thank you. And I will say something that might shock you. She is very dumb.
All right. She's very dumb. Another time that Ethan had to say this, as if he hasn't said it enough. Good job, Ethan. Woo! We're making Frogan get harassed even more. Good job, Ethan. God, dude, he's so bad. He is so disgusting. Oh my God, wait. Look who chimed in. Wait, look who chimed in. AB, what did AB have to say? Scrub.
Off AB, but now they're just using that version apparently.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what I get for like trying to. I don't know.
Whatever. You can't win with these.
You can't win. You can't win.
Yeah.
I'll tell the truth. When Ethan pushed that button, I fell through the floor, and I was like Gandalf. I just fell and I fell.
You went into a shark pit.
Yeah, we went.
Actually.
Yeah.
I brought out the next AB clone.
Yeah.
AB has been so quiet throughout this commentary.
He's just got a
so
cold storage
noticeably
room.
quiet.
Yeah, Casey's here actually to take care of AB. You know.
Mm-hmm. He shoots. It's like what's that? Mickey 17 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what he's got?
Huh?
You know what weaponry he's got?
Casey? Oh no, Mickey 17 or is that?
It's
the
a
name?
movie.
It's a movie where like they just every time someone dies they just clone them to do the same job.
Oh yeah. No, that's you.
Yeah.
I've got it all figured
I
out.
want that podcast arm that AB has. I'm gonna get it eventually. It's like a $300 podcast arm. Yeah, drink. I don't even drink alcohol. I should not even have my water. I normally have my little fizzy water with me. I don't even have that with me. It's like 1 billion degrees in my house right now. It was like 85 out today, and my house temperature is like 72. I'm like sweating. Luckily, I'm wearing a collared, like one of those like really thin collared shirts. So I'm doing okay.
Casey shoots me every button.
Horrible.
Ian, you really gotta chill, okay? You don't-
Horrible.
No, you're horrible.
And that's the end of the clip because the button was pushed. Anytime any member of the crew
Checkmate.
gives Ethan any type of pushback, the button is pushed.
That's not true.
And he wants to say that
My
I'm surrounded by yes
God,
men and
come
people
on,
can never
girl,
criticize
you watch
me.
the show.
When
I
he
know you
doesn't
still
allow
watch.
his
What did she say that was wrong? Hello? Am I living in an alternate universe? Hello? That is when the button is pushed. Huh? Chat, help me out here. This is the problem with reacting to Ethan Klein. It's like, I'll say, like, I say something that's so goddamn obvious, and then it, like, the other position of it will be said, and I'm like, no, that is how it is. But then these people, like, trip out, and they're like, no, that is when the button's
staff
pushed.
that are
You know
part of
that's
the
not
show.
true.
She was, quote,
What?
before all this, according to Hassan and her, my biggest fan.
I mean, honestly, I believe her, and I believe, you know,
No, I
her
believe her too,
desire
which is
to
why.
want to
Based
say
Dan.
outrageous things on the
Okay.
internet to be funny or whatever probably is derived from watching you for years. Like,
Oh, she learned it from me.
to an extent, probably. I mean, she.
Based-
If we
okay,
take her at
Dan.
her word that you were one of her favorite creators in the content cop, she said that
Yeah,
you
see,
were like an
Ethan already
inspiration
forgot
for her
about
to like
this.
get into making
Ethan
content
forgot.
and
I
everything.
doesn't look like a good inspiration.
She was your fan. My two guests at the second Creator Clash were Frogan and Jake Doolittle.
Wait, your guess was what?
My two guest passes went to Jake Doolittle and Frogan.
Jake Doolittle?
Oh, it's so
That's
cursed,
what a
baby.
cursed lineup.
Yep.
Holy shit, that's so funny.
They don't want the charitability to find come over detailing every word, but they talk shit, they get mad and when to extrapolate and how cruel and fucked up they act. Yeah. It's a weird parallel. It's a really odd
Yeah,
one.
I was watching a behind the scenes the other day from the second Creator Clash, and you see me hugging both of them in that video.
Well, think straight. You know, I would. The last thing I
Ethan's worst two enemies.
ever want to do is alienate a fan. Okay, you've seen our sub count. We need every single one we can. Okay, This is,
Sure.
You know what I mean? Each one of you is a treasured gem in my life.
Jake asked me, obviously, so I gave it to him because he took photos of
Chat,
me the
one
first.
of these times, one of these days, I have to have like 2 days off in a row when I do this. But I should just take some time off and just stream like 8-hour bangers back to back kind of thing. Or I should do like overnighters one time. Start my stream by 9 o'clock and then stream till, I don't know, 4 in the morning or something. I should try that at least once. I know people do it on Twitch and it helps them grow. I feel like, I don't know what's better to try it here or Twitch. Maybe here. I don't know which platform you make more streaming, this or Twitch. I don't know. I'm enjoying streaming here. I think I have a cool community here, and I know that you guys here do YouTube. I don't think you guys are Twitch watchers for the most part. I think Chris usually mentioned you watch Twitch a little bit now, but I like streaming here. You guys are cool. I have a cool community, cool little tight-knit community here. You guys are fun.
Time.
Yeah, he seemed like a nice
Yeah,
guy.
and then Frogan.
Well, fuck.
We just always try to help each other out, you know, from our background.
No,
We
you
were
guys
all chill with
yeah.
Frogan
You guys were
up
friends
until
yeah.
this all fell apart.
Yeah, no, everything was chill. I mean, there's nothing
Who fucking who?
wrong with that at all. Everyone was friends back then.
And honestly, that's, I mean, a little bit of a spoiler ahead in the video, but that's, like, I personally, Frogan has been nothing but nice to me, except, you know, like, making this a thing in the first place. Like, you know, I wish she would have, as a friend, kind of just not.
8 people watching. Yeah, dude, that's chill. I like that. I hope that's a compliment. Yeah? Is that a compliment? I hope. 8 people watching. Yeah. Yeah, 8 people is great. I love that. That's really chill. Oftentimes, too, when you hear, like, bigger streamers talk about having, like, 1 billion people in their stream, you'll always... Hassan has said this. Nick is not green has said this. I'm trying to think of another streamer that I heard say this. I heard even, what's his name? Kai Cenat say it. Like, these larger streamers always be like, I miss the days when there was just, like, 10 people in my streams. Like, it was nice and chill. I was, like, talking to people back and forth. Like, you hear this all the time. And like, do I want this to become a bigger platform? Do I want there to be 20,000 people watching or 10,000? Yeah, of course, that'd be great. But do I love that there's like 8 people in here right now? And I love, you know, talking. Chat, hello? Did you make a new account? Did you come back? You doing okay? Why do I have to pull up streamers on the screen today? Pedo coping. All the worst streamers. Bro is simping for the fattest cum bucket. What? Hello? 8 people watching? Okay. I hope you live a better life, chatter. I hope you get better. Jesus Christ. Chatter, I hope you get better. I do. That's the one thing, and I do, like people that get like you, people that act in this way. All I can do is hope you get better. I hope you get a nice rest. You wake up tomorrow. Maybe, you know, have a nice breakfast, go on a nice little walk, touch some grass, say hi to your friends and be nice to them, and have a nice day and treat your friends at work nicely. That's all. I hope you work too, chatter. I hope you have a nice job. That's all I can say. You're clearly better than me. Okay. How? Go ahead and I'll wait. I'll wait on you, chatter. Oh my God. I will wait on you, chatter. You have a better job than me. I doubt that. I highly doubt that, but go ahead. Go ahead and tell me your job. Go ahead. I'll wait. Says Garf Sexual 69. I'll wait. I have a job and friends. I don't get horny over pigs and... Pigs? What? God, dude, there's... Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel bad. I feel bad for this chatter. I feel so bad. Oh my God, chatter. What is your job, chatter? Most interaction you've ever had. I don't know if you realize this, chatter, but I actually have a really good job, a job that I've created on my own. That's not my job, chatter. I shoot videos for people for a living. I might do my job so well, I've been able to purchase my own house. Explain to me how your job is better than that. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll wait. I'll wait for you, chatter. I'll wait. Unless you can give me a better answer, I will wait. You have 10 seconds to respond before I'm going to ban you. 10. Better have a good answer. Yeah, I literally have an... Exactly, Rowan. Exactly. What is my job? I literally just said your job, and one of my own chatters in this community told you my job. How many people is it going to take for you to grasp this? Sure, bro. Where do you think I'm at right now? Do you think I'm in my mommy's basement like you? Where do you think I'm at? Okay, I'm still waiting for your job. I gave you more than 10 seconds. I'm being charitable. I'm giving you another 10 seconds before I ban you and move on with the stream. You're being very pathetic right now. I'm asking you what your job is. And then you said, what is your job? Ha ha ha, sure, bro. I'll wait. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. See you later, chatter. I was being charitable. I was trying to be nice to the chatter. I tried. Some of these chatters, man. Some of these chatters.
Not made it public, her tweet about Ethan, if she had, a situation, because that is my boss. And so that already puts me in an awkward situation. But even so, I still said it on the air that that's my friend. I made it
you
acknowledge.
stood by her for a while.
I still did. And then, just.
I like how that chatter, I gave the chatter ample time to say what their job was. 11 seconds, you would have found out that was Jeff Bezos. Yeah, it's Jeff Bezos in chat. Oh, God, I feel bad for some of these chatters, man. They're just like schizo posting in my chat. And then they come in here and they're like, bro, got him. Job sucks. Streaming 8 people. I'm like, dude, even if that was my job, my full-time job, streaming to 8 people, I would be the happiest motherfucker in the planet. I will stand by that. The day that I have 2,000 people in my chat, I will look back to this very stream and I will be showing another chatter at that point this moment where I was like, I love having 10 people in my stream. I don't know if people realize this about streaming. Like having 2 and 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in your stream is the best thing. The H3 Destiny Sneeko Troll Production Industrial Complex. I should make a whole YouTube channel called that. That channel would like pay rent bills. I swear to God. H3 Destiny Sneeko Troll Production Industrial Complex. You would just have to post H3 clips, Sneeko clips, Xpastiny clips, and other online anti-Semites. Maybe some Kanye West clips. Oh, man. Would that pay the bills? That would pay the bills so hard.
Just recently, I said that we had a disagreement. I didn't want to say it, but she ended up showing the message anyways.
Yeah.
But I just didn't respond to her because, and maybe it's not intentional, but it's just like I'm being a chess piece used by everyone. And it doesn't feel good coming from a friend. And maybe she wasn't doing that. But when she would say stuff on her streams like, oh, no, me and AB, we're fine, we're cool. She should know that people are going to use that against me to cause more problems for me. And it just became too much. So,
You've been nothing but classy throughout this whole thing, dude. You've conducted yourself.
No more class than I think the vast majority of people.
That's so funny, Ethan saying this. That's why I'm staying on this moment. You've been nothing but classy after they had a whole argument that, Ethan they had to like button because AB actually left the podcast because they got into a disagreement.
In your
Holy
situation.
copium.
More than me. More class than me.
more class than me, dude.
I got no class. I have very little
True.
class. I've got no class.
That's fair.
Ethan's self-reporting a lot tonight. He's doing a good job of calling out his own issues. Good job, Ethan.
You had to have somebody tie your tie for you this morning.
And who was it?
The classiest guy in the office.
It's true.
Yeah, and then you were right because she did ultimately end up showing the screenshots, so not wrong. Heard your intuition on that one.
For the crew gives Ethan any type of pushback, the button is pushed, and he wants to say that
Anyone that is remotely familiar with the show knows how laughably absurd that is.
surrounded by yes men, and people can never criticize me when he
true.
doesn't allow his staff
By
that are
absurd,
part
he
of the
means
show to
true.
give him any critique or pushback whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna respond to that other than to just say that people who watch this show.
God, I thought I was a bad reactor. Ethan's. Oh my God, Ethan. He's pausing this an unbearable amount of times. I have to skip forward. An AB response. Okay, let's see what AB's saying here.
She was inferring earlier what was said behind a button screen. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I'm not. I'm saying what she said. I'm literally saying what she said.
Okay.
She's like, I know what happened to off camera. I don't know.
I do.
Not my place to say ultimately.
I appreciate the little jab at Mike from PA. That part.
Wait, she jabbed Mike?
That's what she's talking about when people questioning my Arabness.
Oh, I don't think it's just him. There's a lot of fucking assholes.
I mean, there's only one I responded to about that, but yeah, maybe.
Right.
I'd like to think it was to Mike.
No, he's got a good point because AB actually did engage on that.
I think it'd be great if it's to Mike. I'll go with that.
Those are valid points of criticism. but don't try to take away his Arabness because you don't agree with him. Whenever AB started streaming on Twitch, I was the first person to raid him, and I even helped him whenever he asked me for advice on what to stream. AB has also helped.
I'm sure she was a huge.
She did.
Wait,
I don't
she
want to take that away
did.
from her. She really.
AB did openly say this. Caught. Ethan got caught, dude. Look at this. Look, I did. Fucking caught in your own lie, dumbass.
She did. My number is like doubled after.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
She was very helpful.
Wow, caught. Ethan got fucking caught, dog. Holy copium. Oh my god. That's a 1920s mafia style glazing.
There it is.
Again,
Frogan.
AB has
Well,
class,
if
unlike
only-
some people in this room.
If only she could give herself that same advice. AB.
Whoa, was that a call out to Ethan?
Well, I got the H3 backing. That doesn't. That helps.
True.
I used to. No, I'm kidding.
He's not kidding. Hey, yo! He's not kidding. He's actually not kidding. He had to say, I'm kidding, to save his ass last second. But he actually said something kind of based that holds truth. Oh my god. Oh my god. He said it in front of Ethan. It used to. Wait, his response is almost 4 hours. No, so Ethan was chipping around through the stream right here. They're talking about Asmongold's Tourette's take. They're talking about Jack Doherty robbed at gunpoint, which was ironically what I had just talked about. Alpha cringe. They did like surprisingly a normal stream, but you look at the stretch of this Frogan combo, it goes from 145 to 318. So just a little under 2 hours for a 12-minute video for Ethan to react to. Still absurd. But that would have been funny if you were right, though, because they have taken a whole stream to react to Hassan and things of that nature.
Anyways, as well.
It's coming
Even a long
back.
time
It's
ago,
becoming useful again, potentially. We'll see. We'll see.
We're so back.
Yeah, there
You
was
know
a
what?
time when it
Skipping
wasn't
around
like,
this has saved me, though.
like wearing a Nazi flare or something.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get back there, guys. Hold strong. Keep the faith.
AB included me in an H3 episode talking about why people should visit Dearborn. Here's a screenshot. It's from like 2023, I believe. He was also super supportive whenever I was nominated and won the Streamer Award.
All right, and the award goes to
Chala.
Frogan.
Frogan.
You guys see my T-shirt?
What does it say?
Frogan better win or we riot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nice to support your friend, and I think it's great. You know, obviously this is a different time.
Did it, sister!
And to be quite honest, like watching this clip back made me really sad because of basically the outcome of what this has become. You know what I mean?
She goes, because of the outcome of what's become, which, by the way, I am nothing to do with. It's completely Ethan's fault. Yeah, it is sad. It's sad. This whole thing has just been sad, okay? There's nothing good about it.
Yeah.
And I have nothing.
This whole thing, yes, Ethan. Your whole crash out has been very sad. There's nothing good about that. Yes. Yes, Ethan. You should hear your own words. You should start listening to yourself more often. Maybe you'd, pick up on a few things you said throughout this stream and get better.
But love for AB and Lena, and I wish them the best. And maybe in the future we can be friends again. To be honest.
Frogan was like crying, tearing up during that. What did AB say?
Moved out here. I remember us talking, and she was nervous about it. And I said, at the end of the day, you'll have me and Lena. Like worst comes to worst. And then shit just hit the fucking fan.
Yeah.
And to those who are constantly defending me and having my back, I appreciate you and thank you so much. During a time like this, it feels like the damage has been done physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially, but...
Okay, all right.
After a year and a half of harassment, it feels very calming that people are actually finally on my side. It's...
I mean, if you say so.
I mean,
yes,
I'm sure
because
there
the
are
foot
some.
soldiers
There's
went
some.
in there.
Yeah, there's some. There's
Yeah,
some.
for sure.
And people
Yeah,
outside of
she's
other
got a few.
communities.
They're out there. Whoops.
At least Dan
Been a
said
nightmare
that.
for
Thank
me.
God.
On a more positive note,
Wait, hold on.
here filming that people are actually finally on my side. It's been a nightmare for me. On a more positive note, here are some of my
Sad.
favorite pictures taken at the shoot of the content cop bit. Of course, I got to see Kaya.
Oh my God, is
I
Ethan
love her
gonna
to
promote?
death,
Wait.
and here-
Kind of.
Wait, why?
Oh my God, he's doing a promotion for Kaya. We're doing a Kaya promotion on H3.
Kind of a tough one here, right?
Wait, can we look at Kaya for a moment? I need to move my camera. Wait, let's hide Ethan so we don't have to look at Ethan for a moment. Let's just look at Kaya real quick. Kaya's the cutest fucking dog. Look at that face. Don't you wish you were petting Kaya right now? Look at that cute little dog face. Like, look at those eyes. This is my favorite part of the whole stream right now. Just looking at Kaya. Aw, Kaya. Aw. Now back to the doom and gloom for the remainder of the doom and gloom. I'll help.
She's saying how great her participation was in a video explicitly promoting and sweeping my harassers.
Well, and just this specific, like choosing to end it on, and here's my favorite photo collage from the part where we Fortnite danced and flipped off Ethan.
Yeah.
It kind of undercuts the we took an empathetic tone message.
How?
A little bit,
She,
right?
she
What?
truly
That's a
embodies
stretch.
this statement in the realest way. She knows not what she does.
God, they're just
And that's
grasping
God
for
said that.
anything.
I think God said that, right?
They are looking for anything.
I don't. Maybe
As
Jesus
Chris
said
correctly
that? Yeah,
pointed
Jesus.
out.
Well, he is God
He's
to
God.
Christians, so okay.
He's God.
I guess right.
here are a couple
Are you
pictures.
Christian now?
I might be being born again.
Really?
I'm a newborn.
You're newborn.
Yeah.
Huh?
To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason,
I love
Bruh.
it. For some reason.
It's a
The video
addressed-
titled "My Response to Ethan Klein." What do you mean for some reason? Like, I don't know why you'd be watching this other than to harass me.
Which would be base if that's what she thought.
Seriously?
death, and here are a couple pictures. To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason, my message to you is that, you know, you and I have different worldviews, and you and I have different ideas for what is the best way to help people. And
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
Yours is okay.
She's-
I'm not.
let her
I'm not gonna
cook.
be mean. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm wearing a tie today.
There you go.
Let her cook.
you know, while
Let
I
her cook,
appreciate the
Ethan.
spirit of your
She's
advocacy,
cooking.
I think it's misguided.
Oh.
You know, after all of this,
That would be a very different conversation if that was the criticism.
That's an interesting.
That's at least something that you can like
I
talk
could start
about.
there.
Right.
You can start there.
Okay. Well, maybe a little door, a little crack in the door open there. No.
No, it
Okay.
ends bad.
Okay.
you've made my life hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, after all of this,
Wait, why did they
you've
kind
made
of
my
just
life
take
hell.
the misguided
I mean,
part? What?
please, the lack of self-awareness is unreal. You just shouted out the content cop video you participated in, and I'm the one making your life hell. Please don't ever forget, as long as this goes on, that I've
Ethan.
never done anything but respond to.
I like how he's wearing his Trump tie. Am I tweaking or is that a Trump tie? Donald Trump. Am I tweaking? Right? Is this not a Trump? Is this not like a Trump tie? And go back to H3. Right? Trump tie. Here in red ties and baseball caps for everyone. Ethan's wearing a Trump tie. This is the tie you wear if you're racist.
I started for me quietly.
Anyone wearing the red tie is
respectfully
racist.
unfollowing you. Okay. But you couldn't handle that, and this is how this all started.
Wake up.
I have not harassed you.
GOP has
I
ruined
have not
red.
targeted you. I don't hate you because you're Muslim or because you wear a hijab. You say horrible things. You are careless. You are thoughtless. You are mean-spirited.
I will say that.
And you have to grapple with that reality, you know.
This is, by the way, Ethan saying that is him being mean, but he's also like explaining to us all of the things that he's been doing and telling us that he's also grappling with his own reality, but he's like unable to grapple with it, so he's like losing self-control. This is literally him self-reporting. That's all this is. Like, that's just bottom line. That's all that is there. There's like no percentage of that towards Frogan. That's just him letting us all know his own issues. This podcast is becoming weaker and weaker and funnier by the moment. And it's not even a podcast anymore. It's just becoming like an Ethan self-report channel. It's like, oh, what do we want? Do we want to see any updates on Ethan? Cool. Let's just go see what he says about someone else. And we're going to find out everything we need to know about him. And then he'll let you know. And he just let us know here. It's awesome. Ethan's getting more transparent the more episodes he puts out.
You've made my life fucking hell. But at the end of the day, what I said at the end of the content cop still stands. I wish you the best.
I don't care.
He's mean, dude.
Like, I'm not even like I'm not at the point where it's like I will never forgive her. Like with Ian, like iDubbbz, if he was like maybe in a year he's like that was all wrong, I apologize, whatever, I'd be like, go fuck yourself forever. You know what I mean? But if someone like Frogan was like wanted to have an actual conversation, like I'm not beyond, I would forgive her. Totally.
You are a very, very petty person, but I have also seen it demonstrated many times that you are also quick to forgive people.
Who knows? I might even
maybe too quick to forgive people, to be honest.
And
what? Huh? So he would what? Would he, or is that copium? That feels like copium to me. That feels like copium, especially the way he just reacted. Ain't no shot. You know what's going to be... I'm sorry to add to this conversation, but I shouldn't even say sorry because I'm not sorry. What we'll be telling is how he reacts to the conversation with Sam Cedar. If Sam Cedar gets his ducks in a row ahead of time and maybe watches a little bit of this Crashout, because Sam Cedar's so... Like, Sam Cedar has ignored this whole Crashout. Sam Cedar has not watched the Crashout. Emma Vigeland brought it up to him like a week ago, 2 weeks ago on stream, and he was like, oh, I haven't really been, like, here. Like, if we go to, here, look at this. If we go to majority report on Hassan, majority report Ethan Klein.
You want to do, you know, live your life. I want Ethan to be a content creator that
doesn't think is a racist. It'd be interesting to know.
So,
yeah, because you don't think Hassan is a racist, I think is the problem. If there's anyone who takes a pro-Palestine side that he doesn't think is a racist, it'd be interesting.
I think it was
to
like
know
right
about.
around
But
here.
yeah, that's embarrassing stuff over there.
It is a little bit embarrassing, but maybe that works.
I hope
over there.
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that comes out of that. Like I see it. Like I get tagged occasionally, not that often. And to be honest, I'm not on Twitter and certainly not over a vacation or Blue Sky as much as I used to be. That I cannot follow for the life of me. There's just another like universe of names
Sam is living
and
his
characters
best life.
that I just honestly like cannot follow what is going on.
I know. Yeah, the only reason I know about this is because of Hassan. And yeah, but I hope he's just like kind of, Ethan just takes a step back. I don't really know him that well, but
I love dogs. My favorite. My internet Rowan's just hard pause on the dog. My internet failed me probably because I live in a shithole country, like Trump says. Yeah.
But, I mean, it seems like he's not doing that.
Are you back?
Great, and maybe needs like a intervention, not like saying it in that
That's
way.
what the iDubbbz video was.
From a friend.
People have been trying to intervene with him
After
as a friend.
What video is?
There's a new
See?
iDubbbz video.
Sam Cedar doesn't even know what the iDubbbz video is. Like, Sam Cedar's so not engage in any of this. He's just living his
Video
life.
guy, he did it's called Content Cop HV. But
Look at his
the truth
face.
is,
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what does any of those things mean.
I don't know. I've never heard of the Content Cops.
Sam Cedar is like, that would be like if I were to tell my dad, be like, hey, Dad, you know, iDubbbz made a Content Cop about Ethan Klein. He'd be like, what do those things mean?
Serious, but apparently it's pretty big. But I'll just say, like, people have done that for Ethan multiple times as friends, including Hassan.
Content Cop was not an intervention. It absolutely was. It was far nicer than what Ethan deserves at this point. What are you talking about? And it also hyper focused on like the personal aspect of Ethan's behavior rather than making like larger political points.
Look at
about
Kaya.
The
Look at Kaya. Look at little Kaya. Come on. Look at how cute. We gotta go back to that Kaya yawn. Look at the big yawn from Kaya. The cutest dog ever.
the ahistorical nature of his commentary, how much he lies, or how he.
God, I remember when I saw Hassan in Chicago and met him. I was just imagining the dog next to him, and then the second I saw Hassan, didn't see the dog, I was like, "Fuck, he's in Chicago. Of course, Kai is not with him."
Spends most of his time, the finite amount of time he has to speak on an issue as a content creator, most of that goes to shitting on people who are speaking out against Israel rather than speaking out against Israel personally. Like that.
Yeah. I wanted to show that clip, but I think
who knows? I might even forgive Ian if he did that. Who knows?
I feel like you would. I feel like if they just started saying a lot of nice things about you and said they were sorry,
That's it. That's all it takes.
It's not actually that hard to get back on Ethan's good side.
It's
Not
kind of
that
pathetic.
anybody's like
It's kind of
obligated to do
pathetic,
that.
is what you're saying.
It's a little pathetic.
Yeah.
It's a little pathetic. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's there it is, guys, in one nutty show.
One nutty little
all right, there it is. There it is. There is the. Oh, can I show you guys this clip real quickly? So this Yeet account, I don't know. There's like good, bad tweets from this Yeet account. 2000, but sometimes this guy ends up being like harassment campaigns for creators that don't really deserve harassment, but decided to say, as Adam McIntyre guy does a stand-up comedy or whatever, which is like not really it, but watch this clip. Watch. My phone died during the show, and the only video I caught was Adam shit-talking Ethan Klein. This is Adam's like recent show.
Wait, everyone! Ethan Klein's in the house. Guys, she was just a secretary. Fuck Ethan Klein.
Holy shit. Holy moly. Adam throwing shots at Ethan Klein. Adam being based at his show. People got really mad at me. Like me. For me of all people. After bad... Okay, first off, anybody that comments anything about Bad Empanada, fucking idiot. These people come in here and they're like, Bad Empanada did this bad thing. I'm like, dude, are you listening to yourself? Bad Empanada. His name is not Good Empanada. His name is Good Empanada. His name is Bad Empanada. Like, and these people are like, he did something bad. I'm like, dude, he's acting like that on purpose. It ends up being funny. But there's people that come in here and they're like, oh, you know, like you're, because of how you feel about things, you're siding with Bad Empanada. You don't get it. That's someone you don't want to side with. That's like a, you know, terrorist. I'm like, holy shit, man. I want to look at this clip too right here.
Just first word or first few words.
Oh, wait, her face is covered. Wait. We can't do that. I don't let people's faces be covered unless it's Ethan Klein. Hang on. Oh, I have to show you guys something else too, but here, let's watch this. Real quick clip.
Come to mind. JD Vance.
I immediately want to say couch.
Trump.
Lost his aura.
Elon Musk.
Oh, gross. Deadbeat dad, thin-skinned billionaire.
Just first word or first few words that.
That's hilarious. That's incredible. Incredible stuff right there. I'll just show you guys this clip too. Hold on. Where was it? I hope I saved it. I hope I saved it. Oh, we didn't even get to talk about Tectone, did we? Okay, maybe we will. Maybe we'll do Tectone drama real quick. Okay, Tectone drama time. All right, Tectone. Why do I have... Okay, people are... Okay. Yes, I got banned for 2 weeks for simply calling Frogan a fat piece of... I'm not sorry, to be honest, and I stand by what I said. However, going forward, I do my best to not bring her up again. Need a break of Ethan. Yeah, me too. We need to take a deep breath. As me bringing her up only brings her into relevancy, and I'd rather let her punishment be her own failure at being a streamer. Very rude. 2-time Rising Star Award-winning streamer, def not an industry. What? I think Tectone is also projecting. He's like, oh man, I'm not a Rising Star Award-winning streamer. No. Anyways, I'm going to stream on YouTube. But I do think... Whoa, the consensus of my coins is... That's funny. But I do think it's crazy how I get banned for 2 weeks for calling someone fat, and the thing you see on daily on Hassan or Denim stream is 1,000 times worse than they don't even get a warning. Anyways, live on YouTube. Yes. People shouldn't be attacking Frogan on to low blow, and it hurts people who may feel they look like her. Frogan has done a ton of reprehensible shit, so bring these things up. Critique her character for being a foul person. What kind of weird backhanded comment is that? It's like, I thought it was nice at first. He was like, don't attack Frogan for her looks. I was like, okay, base. But then he was like, critique her character being a foul person. What? Okay. Let's play this clip. Tectone points out, triples down, and goes nuclear. Did you even speak 3 times? Okay, let's just play the clip. I should move my camera. Oh my god, I keep getting in the way of people. I'm always in the way. It's a reoccurring theme in my life. No, I'm just kidding.
He didn't. Hey, no, go ahead.
I said it in a way in which I didn't mean, and I also clarified it on Twitter by saying the U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific...
No, Frogan. You meant it. And
oh, can I show you guys something? This is one of the funnier parts. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find this picture. One of the funnier parts about Tectone calling Frogan fat. I have to do it. I will not do this to anybody else, but it's Tectone, so I have to. Wong, wong, wong. Wong, wong, wong. Okay. When was this taken? Oh, this is an old photo. Okay. Or is it? When was this taken? 2024? Okay, this is last year. God damn it. Okay, he's losing weight. We can commend that if he is, but I literally just saw a fresh photo of him this morning. God, where was the photo at? Oh my god. I'm not even kidding you, chat. Where was it? Was it this one? I literally just saw this morning. Where the fuck did it go? He just posted like a shirtless photo that I saw. But he definitely put that weight back on, and he's out here being like, oh, fat. I cannot believe I lost that photo. I had it pinned, too, because I was like, this is perfect. Okay, well, I'll find it. But either way, come on, buddy. Look after yourself first.
not only did you double down, You tripled down. And I am here to correct that wrong.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Who fucking
He looks
who?
and sounds like a Reddit mod. Yeah, he's a gross streamer.
Hope you get PTSD.
That is a real quote. You want to tell me that's a misspeak? Well, here's your reaction to the same clip.
Any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're like, oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get.
I like how this reaction is getting people this bent out of shape. They're like, I'm just running out of things to. They're like, I've gone through all the attacks against Frogan. I'm like, I have nothing else to say. They're like, we've gone for the Muslim attack. We've gone for the hijabi woman attack. We've gone for the being a woman attack. We've gone, they've gone through the different attacks, and they're like, what else is there? Oh, perfect. Her reaction to the thing she said. This is what we need. They're just like seething for extra things.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
Go ahead.
Frogan looks good there.
Base? Base?
You said based to your own fucking clip. Not once, but twice. Did you misspeak 3 times consecutively? No, Frogan. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking liar. And you live in your own rose-tinted glasses of who you are.
In your own
However,
rose-tinted
the rest
glasses.
of the world is not going to fall for this revisionist history you are so desperately trying to push, you fat, disgusting bitch. Not only are you ugly on the outside, you are ugly on the inside.
Ew. Says you, dude. Says you. Okay. Can we just do something for a moment? Can we do something? Please. Please. We have to do this. We have to do this. I'm sorry to do this, but I have to. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to do it. All right. If we're having a conversation about looks and who's, let's see. Oh, wait, I had it for a moment. If we're having a conversation about looks, chat, Tectone and Frogan, who do you think everyone's picking here? I think they're picking Frogan. I don't think anybody's going to say this is the more attractive person out of these two. So I don't know who the fuck he is to talk. Being insulted by Tectone's a badge of honor. Yeah. Tectone, oh God. That also, it's such like a low blow, you know? Like there's people that just like that also just can't work out, or people that have eating disorders. There's a whole thing a whole pipeline I can go down right now and talk about this. I don't want to spend the next half an hour talking about it because you guys know too, but it's like there's people that feel comfortable in their own body and just choose to live the way they live. Okay? So I don't know why this whole like, do I think that if you can or you choose to work out, you should do that? Sure. If it's what makes you happy. Do I think, there's positives to working out and things of that nature? Yes. But is it for everybody? No. So it's like, it's such a low blow. It's such a low blow, man. It's like the bottom of all comments. It's horrible. Like, do not fat shame people. It's gross.
And you should be fucking ashamed. Thank God no man is ever going to have to see that shit.
Crimes against
Huh?
humanity in the
The only thing that sees the inside of you is the McDonald's Big Mac.
modern era in countries such as Iran.
Hey, yo! What? Did he get... And he got clapped right there. He got clapped. Ew. Ew. Gross, dude. I like how me saying that is probably controversial. There's probably someone like in the VOD that's gonna say, bro, that's all you had to say. That was ew, gross. You should be saying that's cool and that's based. You should be my favorite streamer, Asmongold, and watch that and go, yaw, based. Yaw, based. What if I did that? What if that was my whole entire channel? I just like looked at everything like this. I was like, yaw, based. Yaw, based. Yeah, based. Based, yeah, based. Wait, what? He got his ban lifted? What happened? Hello? Tectone May has returned to Twitch today after the Frogan incident reveals he had to take a survey to get his ban lifted. What he considers attractive he finds are ugly? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a brick wall? I don't know. His mom's basement, maybe? That might be things on the list of attractiveness to him. Definitely not women, though. He does not like women. I'll tell you that much. Anime girls. No, even worse. He likes, the things he finds attractive are AI girlfriends. That's what he likes. Also claims Frogan said on record she's not bothered by being called fat. So he didn't violate TOS. What?
All right, they tripping balls? True. All right. So I was banned for 2 weeks. And why did I get banned? Because I called Frogan a fat piece of shit. And to be fair, did I deserve the ban? Absolutely. 100%.
What?
Of course I did. Why wouldn't I?
What?
I was absolutely berating the fuck out of her. But here's the fucking problem.
His chat deserved. No, you didn't. So true. She deserves.
Here's the fucking problem, right? I get banned for 2 weeks. I think that's a little bit much. I think it's a little bit much for calling someone fat. Someone who said they weren't bothered by that comment literally 1 week ago. So I guess I should have been a mind reader. Because in the TOS says, when someone repeatedly says that they're bothered by something and then you keep saying it, then you'll get banned.
Yeah, my guess is she probably said that so that he would shut the fuck up. Because it gives him less ammo. If she were to say she's bothered by it, it would give him more ammo to then triple and double down on the fact of what he's saying. But because it was a baseless claim, she's saying that to defend herself. So,
but in the TOS, it literally says they have to state that they're bothered by it. And Frogan has gone on record saying she was not bothered by it. She said, oh, it's such a boring insult. Get something new. It doesn't bother me. She said that. So first of all, why the fuck did I get banned for that? Secondly, here's how I got unbanned.
Why did you get banned? Because you're body shaming and you're harassing another creator. Why? Maybe you should ask your chat. Your chat might have some really good answers for you.
I had a survey to take. A survey to take if I was a good...
Oh, did you guys see this? His chat clears in the debate. 1 gorilla versus 100 men. Should we do a little ADHD thing here? 1 gorilla versus 100 men. This is a thing today. Oh my god. Here it is. Who would win 100 men and 1 gorilla? Hypothetical question sparks a discourse. Got 100 men. Hassan today said that this is like asking who would win 100 kids or Hassan. Hassan's like, obviously me. Calling himself the gorilla. Reaction and discourse related. This is weighing in on TikTok.
I was talking to this girl the other day and I told her I took off like 2 years from men, which
Took off 2 years from men. Okay, wait. 100 gorillas. Okay. Oh, God, it's going to make me log in. Chat, why do I have to log in every single time? It just ruined it. What is your answer, chat? What do you guys think? Is it the gorillas or is it the guy? Which one is it? I need to know. While we're waiting for your answers, we will continue this video.
Good boy or not? It's a new thing that Twitch was rolling out, which I thought was honestly a pretty good idea. But on that survey, you got to answer a couple questions. So I did. And that's how I learned that harassing another streamer is when there's behavior that they warn you about that you keep doing, even though they say that it bothers them. Frogan has gone on record once again saying she was not bothered by being called fat. That is a clip. And hopefully if this circulates over to any of these fucking...
So is he saying that Frogan is the reason why he got unbanned because of Frogan's comment to him? That's the reason why he got unbanned? God damn.
People who like actually put in the effort of...
It feels like he's lying. I don't know. Tectone responded to calling him an ugly divorced lolly lover.
You call me Hijabba the Hutt. Tectone started that meme. He's an ugly fucking freak that got caught liking lolly. All right. I'm going to be offended by an ugly, bald motherfucker that's divorced and likes lolly.
Wait, hold on. Let me check something real quick.
I should put my mic how Frogan has. Damn, is that a better...
Hey, guys.
Should I be putting my mic like this? Is this the better way to use it? I've been using it like this. Is this what I should do? That feels more in my face. That's how Frogan has it, though. But it feels like right in my line of sight. Feels out of my line of sight right here, like this. Responding is not a crash out. What's up? How are you doing, Maritza? How's your evening going? What are you talking about? Responding is not a crash out? What are you talking about? Explain. Are you saying Ethan Klein's not crashing out? Let's face it. Oh. Let's face it, Frogan doesn't have that power. What do you mean? What do you mean? Explain. Explain yourself, chatter. Here we go again tonight. My title. What do you mean, my title? I'm talking about Ethan Klein's crash out. His extended year-long crash out. I'll wait. God, I love this stream tonight, dude. Are you mad at me? I don't know what... Are you here to hang out and be a charitable chatter, or are you here to get mad at me? I can't tell. Hey, look, I'm all for it if you guys have a different opinion, you know? Got a couple different opinions. You want to hang out? I'm for it, you know? If you can be a charitable person at the end of the day, I'm fine with that. I just want to know what's up. I want to know what the attitude is here. That's all. Do a little vibe check in chat. See how we're feeling. Did you leave? Are you still here? So going back to my original, no, I'm not mad. Just saying responding is not a crash out. Yeah, but it made you click, didn't it? So it worked. What should I have titled it? Frogan. Ethan Klein responds to Frogan. Give me a good title. Give me a good title for it then. I want to hear you're a better YouTuber. I assume you have a YouTube channel. That's why you're telling me to, or you have some sort of YouTube channel. That's why you're telling me about a better title. You have one video. Okay. What is your one video? And this is your title, December 9th.
Okay. Good for you. Lost the lava. It's time.
Cheddar, how old are you? This does not look like someone who is over the age of 13 puts on the internet. How old are you, Chatter? Like what? Not really, that's my kid. did this video. I didn't even know it was out there. So your kid did a video. Tell your kid, you should be giving this advice to your kid for YouTube titles. You should tell your kid to not make the YouTube title be December 9th. I'm open to hear a better title. I'm not trying to like argue or whatever. I just want to hear a better title. If someone's going to come in here and tell me that I don't have a good title, I want to hear a good title. Behind your back, sneaky. That's funny. When your kid steals the iPad, cranks out some YouTube videos. Damn, your own kid made a YouTube video before you did. Kind of a based kid, actually. Kind of based. I didn't say it wasn't good. But it worked. It clicked you in here. I don't know. Seems like you have some good faith in you. I dig it. I'm here. I'm here for the vibe. Hey, like I said, I'm down. If someone has a little bit of a different opinion, but made me click. Job well done. Job is well done. It's funny how YouTube's still recommending my yeah, not a hater. Yeah, I could tell. I had a hater in here earlier. Look at this. I'll show you. Look at this. Oh, so I was looking at pictures of Frogan. I was doing the Tectone and Frogan comparison earlier. Why'd the chat just disappear like that? Look at this. I had a hater in here earlier that I was just like a schizo poster. Usually like schizo posters will just like brrrr, well, brrrr, and then brrrr, and then my own chatter like in my community had to like defend me while I was simultaneously saying what my job was. Like this chatter just lost their mind. I can tell the cornbread's what made you click the other day. Oh, that cornbread was so good. Oh, that cornbread was so damn good. I hope you make that recipe. I made a cornbread recipe, chatter. If you cook or bake, I made cornbread the other day, and it was so good. I made it on stream. It's like the last stream. I've showed the recipe like 2 different times. It's so good. Should make it for somebody. I had it for dinner night. Maybe too much of it tonight. I'm like very full. It's so good though. So damn good. I'm gonna do more baking streams. I'm like 100,000% doing more baking streams. Almost doxed myself there. That was scary. Yeah. Chat, what is your say on the whole gorilla thing? The gorilla versus 100 men. Or was that what it was? Is the gorilla winning? I haven't formulated my own thoughts on it, so I'm asking chat. Maritza, I hope you hang out here long term, though. I hope you're here to be a long term chatter. Gorilla. I think the gorilla would take a lot out of the men, but the men would ultimately triumph. Sure. God, I want to see what TikTok has to say on this one. Let me just log into this. TikTok logs me out every single time. And then when I log into my computer... Yo, what's that sound? What is that sound? I can't have other sounds playing. Username. Every time I log into my computer, it's like, your account is unsafe. Oh, log in with my phone number. Okay. Okay, let's put the piece. Let's see what TikTok has to say on the gorilla thing. 'Cause I know that was like a huge discussion today. What is happening here? Okay. It sent me a code. Why does it always say to never share this code with someone? If I did, what's going to happen? They're not going to get into my account. The 100 gym bros. Is that what the argument is? Like, it has to be gym bros. Let me see. Verification. Here, the authenticator. Uh, 211. Hang on, we'll get to it. I'm just trying to authenticate. God bless. Holy hell. All right, there we go. Finally, we're in TikTok. Look who's on my feed. That's funny. Do 100 men versus a gorilla. Okay. 100 regular men in the case a gorilla gets loose. Would they be able to win? Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. Would they be able to win? Let's see. I like this creator right here. I've watched a few of this creator's videos.
This is my final
stream.
video on 100 men versus one gorilla because you guys are making me feel like a fucking psychopath, all right? There's a reason why every gorilla truther has to sit there and be like, oh, well, after the first guy gets snapped in half like a glow stick, everyone else is going to run away because any scenario in which you imagine all 100 men fighting
Wait, I might have to do
they win. It literally depends on, they have to say that they run away. Oh, how are you going to do damage to the gorilla? All right, this is where I feel wild because apparently you guys don't have imagination for violence, which is making me feel like something is wrong with me because if you don't imagine a strategy in which you take the heaviest men in your group to weigh
putting
down
the thumbnail photo away. I don't need it
who
anymore.
are 6 foot and over, the guys who weigh more than 200, 250 pounds, you can get up to maybe 3-4 people per gorilla arm. Gorilla arms, they are armed forward. They have longer arms than they do legs. You can most definitely weigh them down. And while they have the strength to lift 4,000 pounds, that active strength isn't in every single motion, right? If you weigh down their legs don't have the strength to pull like that. You get 3-4.
Okay, actually kind of based.
4 guys on each arm.
See, I knew I clicked the right. I have watched a few of this creator's videos on my channel, and I was like, I trust this guy.
You get 2 guys on the legs, and you get your midweight guys when the arms are extended out to start Mario double jumping. All right,
Mario
on the fucking joints, and you snap them because gorillas are not immune to that. All right, there's a reason why chimpanzees and other primates can harm each other with 4 or 5 pound rocks because they still get
pro
hurt.
gorillas
The fact that
rage
I'm
baiting.
the only one who can apparently conceptualize violence so brutal makes me feel kind of nuts.
Okay, wait. Now I need to check out another opinion here. I need an opinion that. Why does James Charles? No, we're not watching James Charles. I think not. Who's
100
this?
men, 1 gorilla, fight to the death. Who wins?
I think it's all going to come down to the dedication of the 100 men. If we have 100 men out there who are willing to die, give me the men.
Look, you have to surround the motherfucker. There's gonna have to be a sacrifice made. The only problem is when the first man gets his head ripped off, that's gonna strike some fear. Second guy gets turned into a pancake, shit hits the fan.
I think that's why this argument is very simple. If you have 100 men coordinated to attack, 99 men might die. I think the humans would be the last one standing.
100 crackheads, the gorilla's dead in 5 minutes.
Crackheads are feisty.
Like this guy right here, Lou. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that guy's big.
This thing, I feel like, would annihilate 100 humans in 20 minutes.
I just hear, like, swinging.
Dude, I want one of those. That backdrop, that little like gate-looking window thing they have, I want one of those. I
wanna
don't
be
know
on that
why.
first line.
It looks cool
But
on
it's
podcasts.
all fun and games until people in front of you are now dying.
Okay, these guys are just blabbering. I've like lost track of what they're saying. Oh no, does Mr. Beast have a say on this?
100 men versus one gorilla. This shouldn't even be a debate, bro.
Mr. Beast, hey yo, wait, hold up, pause, champ. Mr. Beast made a video on this. Hey yo. 100 gorillas versus Mr. Beast. That's good. What happens when 100 men face one gorilla?
Shop your new mattress.
No. I do not want a new mattress. Nice try, you two.
All right, so boom. I just get done watching Sinners. I
Hop
hop
around
on
the
to
app.
X,
Easy.
Twitter, if you will. And there's an ongoing discussion once again about this hypothetical where 100 dudes are taking on one gorilla. And for whatever reason, people still seem to believe that the 100
Maybe
dudes
100
is fixing to win.
methods.
There is no scenario without weapons in which the humans win this fight.
See, I knew you were a cool chatter. I knew you were a cool chatter, Maritza. I knew it. I knew it. Hopefully I catch you in more streams, too.
For one,
That'd be cool.
I'm seeing people have takes like, well, who says the gorilla is going to have the stamina to take out 100 people? Well, 100 men have taken out other species that are now extinct. They had weapons in the past. It's bare knuckle in this battle. And I don't know why people don't seem to get this through their mind. Do you understand? For one,
I like this guy.
The 100
I like this
dudes
guy.
that you would line up would legitimately not only be prepared to die, to even attempt to enter this fight. They have to be willing to die. Because you got to understand, this fixing to be something out of a scene of Jack Reacher.
Can I take a second to look at who this guy's channel is real fast? We're at 106.
I shot myself on Instagram and she.
I just have to do a quick vibe check. I like his video, but I have to make sure this isn't like some sort of like fresh and fit sidebar channel. His background scared me a little bit. I see that background and then it's like a guy being like, women don't deserve rights. To do a quick little vibe check. Okay, so he talks about sports, talks about cars, talks about wrestling. Kind of all over the place.
All right, so boom. I just get done watching
Okay,
Sinners.
so-
I hop on. Who rushes the gorilla, gets one shot. I promise you, dude number 7 gonna be on some. Y'all gonna hate me. I forgot to go, clean my gutters, man. The wife is gonna be upset. I guess I gotta head back, bro. I gotta head. We're in the middle of a wasteland. Where are you gonna head back? You're 26-year-old, broke, living in a goddamn Section 8 apartment in New York City. You don't have a wife, Warren. What are you talking about? You're going to die. The 100 dudes are going to die. You don't stand a chance.
Bro answered the question real quick. That's hilarious. That's awesome. I love that. Let's do a quick little check on. Oh God, what was that movie you guys told me to watch earlier? The Settlers. Okay, so I have to check that out. Oh no. You know, wife wanna be entering my vocabulary. That was awesome. That was awesome. You don't have a wife, Warren. I'm looking at my feed right now. This makes. Oh God, I'm done with Ethan Klein for the night. But this person is supportive of the Palestinian cause. Oh my God, this person is just posting arguments. I'm like so Ethan. I was having fun over there with that. I was having fun with this video. This video was fun. But he answered the question right away.
Do you know how strong a gorilla
Is he gonna
is?
say something else?
You're taking on Donkey Kong. This ain't Super Smash Bros. Melee where you got stock. You gonna watch the first 3 dudes die. Maybe all at the same time, or maybe one.
Was that Super Smash Bros. Where you take on the giant DK and the giant DK is like practically undefeatable?
One of them die slow. You think everybody's still gonna be willing to go rush into battle?
Last 2 guys, that was
Let's just say the gorilla get tired after taking out 64 dudes. You think they still gonna be 36? Willing, waiting to battle this fucking gorilla? He's tired now. Let's go get him. Carl just watched his first cousin get murdered 22 minutes ago. The gorilla is advancing, albeit he's a bit tired, but he's advancing. Dude number 87 might just try to turn into Steve Harvey on a stand-up special, trying to confuse the gorilla. You think that goofy ass shit gonna work? Do you know how strong a gorilla is? Man's hands could crush your skull, break your doggone arm. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, what if the 100 rushed the gorilla? Do you understand how large of a number 100 folks is? How all 100 gonna get their hands on a gorilla? At maximum. You got 10 that could probably surround the gorilla. But you think the gorilla's just gonna be standing there looking like Shaq just...
They all do this.
Oh, man. Oh, man. This is funny. You're back. We were watching the 100 men face one gorilla, and I was just like watching a litany of TikTok videos. And I thought, fuck it. I bet you someone's made a YouTube video on this matter. And then I was right. I searched it on YouTube, and this guy's video immediately came up. And he's debunking it very quickly in a comedic
doing
way.
nothing if it's under attack. The motherfucking gorilla gonna be attacking you too. You in a bad situation. This ain't no fucking Pokemon. Oh, I threw out some bait. We're in the safari zone. The gorilla's distracted. Let's take him down now.
Oh, man.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Oh, do you guys want to know a scary story? That just gave me like a flashback to when I was a kid.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
So boom.
Wait,
As
where
you
did
know, I
this. Oh my god, this just gave me a huge flashback. Do you guys want to hear this? This is kind of like kind of a gory story, not really. I guess it kind of is. A little bit, but I think you guys can handle it. It's not like too it's a little graphic, but not like too morbid. I lived in China for 3 years. I've talked about this before on stream. But one of the years we went to the zoo, and like the big zoo, the Shanghai Zoo, I think it was, if that is the name of it, or it was like in some pocket of Shanghai. And the drop, yeah, that's what was reminding me of my story. So they're like, oh, like, do you want to go on a bus? And we were like, to where? And they're like, bus take you around the zoo. And we were like, oh, okay, cool. Why not? You know, go for a little zoo ride in the bus and check it out. We get on this bus, and the bus immediately like heads for where the tigers are. And then these gates open, and now we're in this area where there's all the tigers, but there's our bus in the middle of it. And the guy inside of the bus, I'm not even kidding you, this sounds so like fake, but the guy in the bus grabs this, like, we see him go in the back and grab this string, and there's like a dead, like a half, maybe even dare I say half alive, like maybe chicken hanging from it. He takes this rope, and then like an aisle that nobody's in, he walks in there and he throws this chicken out the window, but then takes the rope and slams the window down on it. So now there's a chicken hanging there, and I see a guy doing that same thing on the other side. So there's these like half alive, dead sort of chickens hanging off the side of the bus. And I'm like, I don't know, 4 years old watching this, maybe 5. And we're going through, and this exact thing right here. Imagine this, but tigers. And this is my eyesight. Boom. Oops, I'm not even showing it. This. Wait. Right here. Imagine this, but a tiger grabbing a chicken, and you just see blood going straight down your window.
Oh, man.
As a 4-year-old. Imagine that. That was my fun bus ride as a 4-year-old, maybe 5-year-old kid at the zoo in Shanghai, China. I was like, I'm never in my life going to see anything like that ever again. Not in like a sense of like I don't want to see that. I actually don't want to see that, but in the sense of like there's no other experience that's going to be like that ever again at any point in my life. I just know it. That shit was wild.
I add. But in the midst of the race, it was the music that I was listening to that aided me in being able to carry on. And there was
bro's ad debating. We're getting baited by ads, and then he talks about I can tell by the comments he's talking about his main event, talking about boxing, which I am not gonna do. This was a good episode of Fear Ann, by the way. I started to
Fire
get
in a direct the way.
What is that?
Like
Tell us
in
more channel.
All right, so boom. I just get done watching Sinners. I
Yo,
hop
what is
onto
this?
X, Twitter, if you will. And there's an ongoing discussion once again about this
You guys see
hypothetical
that?
where
What is this
There's
channel?
something deeply unsettling about watching someone unravel in real time. The vacant stares, the erratic behavior, the desperate attempts to appear normal that somehow make everything seem even more off. For Justin Bieber fans, the past few months
There's so many channels like this now. They're cash cows. These AI thumbnails. Holy AI thumbnail. This is a big time AI thumbnail. Oh my gosh, you're so nice. Thank you so much for that donation. That's so kind of you. Even say thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You gotta go to bed to my terrible, well-paying job as an artist. Thank you. I hope my main goal here is that I can do. My main goal is to do like half of both. You know, half YouTube, half my job. If I love my job, I don't have any plans to, like soft quit it or anything. My job is the best thing in the world. I love it. But if I can be a YouTuber and provide more commentary and make more videos, which I plan to do along the way, then I have both, and I'll have both streams of income. Be really nice. So appreciate you, Rowan. It means a lot. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the donation. It means a lot. Very, very, very kind of you. I think I'm about to head to bed too. I'm looking at my own eyes and my own camera over here, and I'm like, woo. Some people already called me out in the last stream. No one in this community, but people that were commenters of the VOD. They were like, are you high, dog? And I was like, uh-oh. Look at my hand, too. There's something going on in my hand. I don't know what's happening. See that? Right there, it's all red. And then I also have this hand. Something's happening with my hands. I gotta get that situated. I don't know what's going on. But thank you very much. I appreciate your support. There's 5 people in here. Thank you, everyone, for the love and support tonight. It truly means a lot. There is Chris is in here, Rowan's in here, and we had Maritza in here. And who else is in this? Josh is in here. Thank you guys so much for your support. It means a lot, and that was a good drama coverage. Damn, we had a 3.5 hour banger, a little half day. Damn, I did a little half day, and I feel fine. Sarah's in here. What's up? Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. I'll be back live if you guys want to catch me live again. The next I will be live. Maybe I'll make a community post, and I'm gonna go live next too. But Thursday night I will be live. Stream night. Yeah, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central. That's my time when I go live. If I'm not live at 9, I'll be live at 9:30. I'm usually live during those times. Tonight was a odd exception because I had a funeral to go to. So went to the funeral, then I streamed. But I'm okay. Everything is okay. So no need to say you're sorry. Everything's okay. The person would not want me to feel bad. The person would want me to be happy for them. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Love you guys, and I will catch you Thursday evening. Thank you to the new subscribers, Sarah, and Maritza. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for always being here, and Rowan, thanks for the donation. Love you guys, and we will chop it up later on. Peace.